The starters are loosening up. The grounds crew is putting the finishing touches on the field. And the anthem singer is warming up. It's time for the on-deck circle. Now, with a preview of today's game, here's the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
Now Williams sets the left-hander ready in the pitch. Line drive, deep left field. Fillmore going back. It's up there. It's out there, and it's gone. Bees win. Bees win on a 3-run home run by Mike Elward. And that was last night here at Franklin Covey Field. Mike Elward providing the heroics for last night's 7-4 win over the Colorado Springs Sky Sox. Steve Klauke with you here on what is so far a nice night for baseball. So why don't you come on over and bring your thirst with you on this Thirsty Thursday. $2 drinks here at the ballpark in the rubber game of this 3-game series between the Bees and the Sky Sox. Colorado Springs winning on Tuesday 8-1, with the Bees taking last night's game, as we mentioned, by a score of 7-4. The Bees need a win to keep their record clean this year at home. They have played 10 series at home so far. They have won 8, split 2, and have not lost a series, so they need a win tonight to keep that record intact. The pitching matchup for today's game, for the Bees, it's going to be left-hander Joe Saunders, who will try to become the first 11-game winner in the PCL this year. And for the Sky Sox, it'll be right-hander Mike Esposito. His record is 4-6. Just a reminder, if the Bees pitching staff combines to strike out 10 or more batters in the 9-inning game tonight, Dal Solio Distributors and Kendall Oil will donate $125 to the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Utah. Kendall Super D3 engine oil, designed to give you what you need. When we come back, a conversation with Bees outfielder Reggie Willits. We'll have that for you next here on ESPN 1230.
Salt Lake City Credit Union is a guaranteed home run with personalized service and the best rates in town. Salt Lake City Credit Union offers a full menu of financial services, including business services and SBA loans, mortgages, free checking and debit cards, auto loans, and online banking. With 7 locations throughout the valley, they're big enough to provide you with everything you need from a financial institution, and they're small enough to give you the friendly, individualized service you deserve. You owe it to yourself to have an account at Salt Lake City Credit Union, above and beyond every day.
Eligibility and membership required. Federally insured by NCUA.
Next.
Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks, about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
the driver on my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and terrine tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteaks.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
I'm not feeling too good.
Oh, you're looking a tad green for a raccoon.
I think it might be the taco burrito I ate.
What?
Why?
It was cheap.
Well, you're paying for it now.
Oh.
Why eat junk at night when you can go to Wendy's? We make everything fresh right when you order, like our new 99-cent crispy chicken sandwich. That's right, all white meat chicken for just 99 cents.
Oh.
Why didn't you just go to Wendy's?
Not too bright.
Oh.
Make it a Wendy's night and do what tastes right till 2 a.m. Prices and participation may vary.
Welcome back to the On-Deck Circle. Our guest is Bees outfielder Reggie Willits. And Reggie, it's been an outstanding year for you so far. And, you know, you've probably about split half and half between hitting in the leadoff spot and hitting in the number 2 spot. You seem comfortable in both roles. Which one do you enjoy more?
Really, it don't matter to me. Either's fine. I'm kind of used to switching back and forth because I've played with Eric for the last 3 years, since being the 3rd year. And so we've basically done this where he hit leadoff for half the season, I hit leadoff for the other half. And then vice versa with a 2-hole, so I'm pretty comfortable with both.
Because I don't know if the fans really understand, but there's really 2 completely different approaches at the plate between the 2.
Yeah, there is at the leadoff spot, my personal self, I go up there and I just try to get on base anyhow, whereas when I'm in the 2-hole spot, I'm more worried about, if he gets out, I'm worried about getting on base and stuff. But it's more of a try to get guys over, get them to scoring position, try to let the big guys behind them hit them in.
Along those lines, as a leadoff hitter, you probably have to be a little more patient at the plate as well. If you can get on base, whether it's a hit or a walk, it doesn't matter. And right now you're second in the league in walks drawn.
Yeah, that's a big part of my game, and so I try to if for nothing else, just see a lot of pitches up there and let the guys behind me see some pitches. That's always been the type of hitter I am, and I think that's what's made me successful.
Heck of a way to end the ball game yesterday with Mike Elward's home run. That really, I think, gave this team a big lift. Yeah, Mike's been big for us all year. Even when he gets out, he hits the ball hard so much that eventually some of them balls have got to fall for him. He's been hitting a lot of balls hard at people. But, he comes up with a huge hit last night. What was it like for you, that first opportunity to go to the big leagues this year? It was a dream come true. I give all the credit to God for getting the opportunity to go up there, and I just tried to go up there and keep my mouth shut and learn. Well, that's the same thing is that you were there, you got a couple of pinch running opportunities, didn't get a chance to hit, so basically it's a chance to sit there and soak it all in, but for a guy who's played every day throughout his professional career, that's got to be a difficult adjustment to make. Yeah, you start getting kind of the itch to play toward, the end of the 2 weeks I was up there, but, just being up there, I think I go up there and sit on the bench every day. It was a good experience. And, of course, when you get that itch to play, that's where the keeping your mouth shut part comes in. Yeah, you got a lot of veterans up on that team, and so it's a good experience to be in. There's a lot of teams that don't have that type of leadership with the veterans and stuff like that, so I just tried to learn by watching. All right, more with Reggie right after this here on ESPN 1230.
Colosimo here. Yo, along with Joey as always. So, Paulie, tell the folks why we're so excited for spring to get here.
That's easy. So we can sunbathe in our Speedos, right?
Well, I do enjoy that. And with the packs we have, the ladies enjoy it too. But that's not what I had in mind.
Oh, well, you must be talking about grilling some of our Magnifico Colosimo sausages then.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Paulie.
Bada bing.
When most people think about grilling, they think about chicken or steaks. But those are wimp meat.
Yeah, if you want something with real taste and real kick, you gotta go with authentic Colosimo sausages on the grill.
Oh, yeah.
Some nice thick brats, a mild Italian or Tuscan. Just thinking about it makes me saliva ache.
Yeah, some hot Italian, which kind of reminds me of us in our Speedo.
A couple of hot Italians. You got that right, Joey.
Colosimo sausage, the sausage people. Now available at Dan's, Macy's, and Smith's.
Okay, you guys, time for bed.
Daddy, take me for a ride to the bedroom. No.
All right, both of you hop on. Oh, man, you guys are getting heavy.
Daddy, you sound like a piggy.
I'm not a piggy. I'm a dinosaur.
No, dinosaurs sound like this. You sound like this.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out.
There are moments that make life meaningful.
Mommy, Daddy's a piggy.
Well, he's a cute little piggy.
One seriously out of shape piggy.
At Select Health, we want to help you enjoy each one. With our health and wellness programs, we're striving to help you and your family stay fit and healthy and be right there with you as life unfolds.
Look, Mommy, the piggy's jumping on the bed.
Daddy's starting a new exercise program.
You know what they say, when pigs fly.
Good one.
Yeah, I'm too tired to be funny. I gotta sit down.
To learn how we're working to make healthcare simpler, visit selecthealth.org. Select Health. Simply there.
Welcome back to the On Deck Circle. Our guest is Beast outfielder Reggie Willits. And, of course, I've mentioned on the broadcast a couple of times, Reggie, that your sister Wendy played in the WNBA. What were those driveway one-on-one games like?
She won most of them. She was a heck of a shooter. She was by far, I'd say, the best athlete in the family.
Now, along those lines, did you play other sports in high school before, as well as baseball?
Yeah, I played basketball. That was just baseball and basketball.
So what were you just not good enough, or was it a case of you had to make a decision really between the two for your future?
I got recruited by some schools to play basketball, but around my junior year, I ended up having to make a choice, and I decided that I had a brighter future in baseball, being 5'9", 5'10". So I think it worked out for both of us.
Yeah, there's only so many Speedy Claxtons and Earl Boykins around playing basketball. When did you start switch hitting?
I started relatively late for most switch hitters. I started it a little bit in high school, but never did it full time until I got into college. So really, my freshman year in college was the first time I did it full time.
What led you to that decision?
Initially, I just started doing it because my coach wanted me to see me do it because of my speed. Try to utilize it from getting out of the box on the left side, and it just kind of evolved from there.
So how does it happen that if you're a natural right-handed batter and you're learning how to hit left-handed, that right now, at least average-wise, you're a little bit better on the left side than you are the right side?
Yeah, it's you get way more at-bats left-handed, and I think the biggest thing in pro ball is the amount of bats you get, the consistency you're getting those at-bats. And this year I haven't had a lot of right-handed consistent at-bats. I think it's allowed my left side to kind of stay up there a little higher with that more consistency. But the right side is starting to feel a little better now because we've seen some lefties the last couple of weeks, and I think it's going to come around.
Obviously, some of the guys are in the big leagues right now. Some of them are here with you. What's it been like for this group, the same group, almost you could call it a graduating class that joined the Angels farm system to come up together as a group?
It's been great. This team right here is about as good a team as you're going to play for. I mean, every guy in that clubhouse is rooting for each other. It's a great team to play for, and it's a lot of fun to win too. So.
Well, Reggie, keep up the great work. Appreciate your time and for being our guest. You receive a couple of lunches or dinners at the Spaghetti Factory over at Trolley Square. So enjoy and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, Reggie Willett's our guest. Back with the starting lineups right after this on ESPN 1230.
Next.
Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you have me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
the driver on my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and terrine tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteaks.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Mountains West Ranches Recreational Properties has beautiful recreational and cabin properties conveniently located by Starvation Reservoir. They offer 5, 10, 20, 40, and 80-acre or larger parcels at reasonable pricing with guaranteed access and simple, easy owner, low-down, low-monthly financing. There's an abundance of wildlife, including deer and elk, that roam the property year-round. There are endless ATV trails, snowmobiling, hiking, boating, camping, fishing, horseback riding, spectacular views, and so much more. But most of all, you'll escape the rat race of the city and enjoy sheer peace, quiet, rest, and relaxation. Call us to schedule your appointment, 1-877-894-5658, or check our website at mwranches.com. Mountains West Ranches, where the air is clean, the skies are blue, the water is clear, and the magnificent views are waiting there for you to enjoy.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field. Time to get you ready for tonight's game with the starting lineup brought to you by Salt Lake City Credit Union, above and beyond every day. For the visiting Colorado Springs Sky Sox, managed by Tom Runnels, leading off the shortstop Josh Wilson. Batting second, the left fielder Ryan Spilborghs. Hitting third and playing right field, Jeff Baker. Batting cleanup, the first baseman Ryan Sheely. Hitting fifth, the designated hitter Carlos Rivera. Batting sixth and playing center field, Sean Barker. Batting seventh, the third baseman Jason Smith. Hitting eighth and catching Dan Conway. And batting ninth is the second baseman Jason Nix. Pitching for Colorado Springs will be right-hander Mike Esposito. For the homestanding Salt Lake Bees, here's how manager Brian Harper filled out his lineup card. Leading off, the center fielder, Reggie Willits. Batting second, the left fielder, Curtis Pride. Hitting third and playing second base, Howie Kendrick. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Mike Elward. Hitting fifth and catching, Jeff Mathis. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Casey Smith. Batting seventh and playing third base, Adam Pavkovich. Hitting eighth, the first baseman, Corey Myers. And batting ninth is the right fielder, Darren Blakely. Pitching for the Bees will be left-hander Joe Saunders. It's the Bees and the Sky Sox, the rubber game of this three-game series We'll be back with the first pitch to tonight's game right after this timeout. Use it in the on-deck circle on ESPN 1230.
This has been the On Deck Circle, a comprehensive look at today's game. The first pitch is right around the corner, so stay tuned. Salt Lake Bees baseball is coming up next on your home for the Salt Lake Bees, ESPN 1230 AM.
Sir, can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who was in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
Athletes can't perform on an empty stomach.
Strike one.
The Old Spaghetti Factory is the perfect place for your pre-game and post-game feasts, team parties, and more. Fill up our delicious homemade mouth-watering dishes. No one speaks the international language of yum like the Old Spaghetti Factory. Serving the best memories in town. It's the perfect place for any occasion. And now, featuring the amazing adventures of Wally the Trolley for our guests 10 and younger. Catch a ride with Wally and his trolley trio as they explore the world. Sign up for our Kids Club at www.osf.com. It's safe, simple, fun, and on your next birthday, lunch is on us. Conveniently located to serve you at Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem. Good food, good fun, and deliciously complete meals. The Old Spaghetti Factory is where to wind up. The Old Spaghetti Factory in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem.
The starting pitchers are ready. The lineups have been exchanged, and the hot dogs are ready to go. It's time to play ball. Salt Lake Bees baseball is on the air. Now let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
And once again, a very pleasant good evening and welcome to Salt Lake Bees baseball. What turned out to be a nice night here at Franklin Covey Field. The Bees and the Sky Sox getting ready to wrap up this 3-game series. Each team has won a game so far. The Sky Sox taking the Tuesday matchup 8-1, while the Bees won last night's game in a thriller 7-4, scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th to tie it and winning it on a 3-run home run with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th by Mike Elward. So the Bees starting the day at 51-35, 2.5 games up on second place Tacoma. And they were, of course, postponed to the wet grounds yesterday, and those grounds are still wet in Tucson. And so they have been postponed again today. That means when the Rainiers go into Tucson for what was a 5-game series in August now becomes a 7-game series in 5 days. Portland is in third, 11 games back, while the Sky Sox bring up the rear, 15.5 games off the pace. The Sacramento River Cats come in tomorrow to begin a 3-game series to head into the All-Star break next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So the Bees at 2.5 games up. That's the closest race in any of the 4 divisions in the PCL. Nashville leads Iowa by 5 in the American North. Tucson leads Las Vegas in the Pacific South by 9.5. Round Rock leads Albuquerque and New Orleans by 9.5 in the American South. So the meeting's been held at home plate. The managers have exchanged lineup cards with the 3-man umpiring crew. Tonight, DJ Rayburn will be behind the plate. Ramon Armendariz will be at first base. And Darren Hyman will be the arbiter over at third. Waiting for the Bees to pop out of the dugout here at Franklin Covey Field, and we'll be ready to go after our national anthem. The Bees and the Sky Sox wrapping things up for now. The Bees in Colorado Springs have met 6 times overall this year, with the Bees holding a 4-2 edge in the season series. And so the Bees wearing their home whites tonight with the black numerals and lettering trimmed in gold. The Sky Sox in their road sleeveless gray uniforms. The black sleeves on underneath, the forest green numerals and lettering trimmed in black. And so now the Bees coming out of the first base dugout, taking their positions on the field. And in just a moment, we'll have our national anthem, and then we'll be ready to play ball on this Thursday evening. There is a chance of some scattered thunderstorms, but right now the radar looks pretty good for the ball game tonight. So if you can, come on over and enjoy the Bees and the Sky Sox on this Thursday. Before we get our ball game underway on this Thursday evening, let's enjoy the singing of our national anthem to be performed tonight by Ann Matthews. National anthem prior to the start of tonight's game between the Bees and the Sky Sox, taking the Bees around to their positions defensively. Curtis Pride is in left, Reggie Willits in center, Darren Blakely's in right, Adam Pavkovich at third, Casey Smith at short, Howie Kendrick at second, and Corey Myers is at first. A battery of Joe Saunders pitching and Jeff Mathis catching. For Saunders, this will be his 18th start, tops on the staff in 114 innings, which leads the Pacific Coast League. He's allowed 95 hits, 34 runs, 30 of which have been earned. He has struck out 83 and walked 29, hit 3 batters, thrown 2 wild pitches, and surrendered 9 home runs. Saunders has won 10 and lost 3 with a 2.37 earned run average. The PCL is batting .225 against Southpaw Joe Saunders, again trying to become the first 11-game winner in the Pacific Coast League this year. Bees parent club, Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, beginning a key 4-game series in Oakland tonight against the Athletics. As the Angels, with their win yesterday, within 4 games of the division-leading A's in the American League West, it'll be Calvin Escobar, 6-9 for the Angels, against Esteban Loaiza, 3-5 for Oakland. So Joe Saunders, 6'2", 200 pounds, in his 4th year out of Virginia Tech, takes the mound. Low 90s fastball, a cutter, a curve, and a changeup. So Joe finishing up his warm-up tosses on what has turned out to be, anyway, a nice night here at the ballpark. So bright sunshine, that means a treacherous sun field on the left side of the infield, as well as left and in center field, particularly left field here at Franklin Covey. In Sacramento, in for a 3-game series starting tomorrow night. Nathan Bland, 3-2 going for the Bees against right-hander Victor Moreno, 3-2 for the River Cats. Saturday night, Stephen Shell, 3-4 against Ben Fritz, 1-3. Saturday night, the first 2,000 fans entering the ballpark will receive a Salt Lake Bees beach towel courtesy of K-Jazz. And then Sunday, the final game before the break, Dustin Mosley goes for the Bees against right-hander Randy Kiesler. or I should say left-hander, Randy Kiesler. So we're ready to go. Sit back, relax, and enjoy as Salt Lake Bees baseball is on the air for a Thursday night here in Salt Lake City. Again, it's a Thirsty Thursday, so still have time to come on out and enjoy the $2 beverages here at the ballpark. And the first pitch sails back to the screen. Ball 1-1 underway. Josh Wilson to lead things off, batting .293. 7 doubles, 2 triples, 1 homer, 10 runs batted in, 3 for 9 in this series. Now the line by Saunders and the 1-0 pitch to Wilson. It's high, ball 2. 2-0. Wilson has started each of the first 2 games of this series with a single to center or a blooper on Tuesday and a line drive yesterday. Now Joe winds. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Outfield shaded towards left for Wilson as Saunders delivers the 2-1. Strike on the outside corner at the knees again. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Saunders into his wind. Here's the 2-2 to Wilson. Curveball just a little bit low. Fills the count at 3-2. Saunders beat the Sky Sox on June 26th in Colorado Springs, giving up no runs on 3 hits in 7 innings with 5 strikeouts and 3 walks. 3-2 to Wilson, low and outside, and he walks the leadoff batter. So Wilson opens up his 3rd straight game by getting on base. Again, the Sky Sox have gotten off to good starts in this series, scoring 6 runs in the first inning on Tuesday and plating 3 in the first yesterday. Here's Ryan Spilborghs, the left fielder, hitting .302, 11 doubles, 3 homers, and 18 runs batted in. Spilborghs 0 for 7 in this series. So runner at first base, nobody out. He's in field up the middle, double play depth. Saunders the move to first, and Wilson is back. Pavkovich in on the grass at third. Outfield, a couple of steps around towards left, playing Spilborghs to pull that way. Saunders again the move to first, and again Wilson gets back. Wilson 4 out of 6 in the stolen base department so far this year. And right now, Old Glory hanging limp on the flagpole in center, so no help or hindrance for the batter from the wind. Big lead for Wilson at first base. Saunders pitch. Fastball high, ball 1. Joe took a little extra time in his pregame warm-up down the right field line. Again, this is just a guess on my part. I'm wondering if he's just not feeling comfortable out there. Again, he walked the leadoff hitter, falls behind Spilborghs here. Now Saunders pitch, swing and a miss at a changeup. He evens the count at 1-1 as Spilborghs was out in front of it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Saunders, a first-round pick of the Angels, 12th selection overall in 2002. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Saunders comes set. The left-hander ready. The 1-1. Fastball just inside, below the belt, 2-1, and it didn't miss inside by much. 2 balls, 1 strike. Tom Runnels, the manager of the Sky Sox, coaching over at third base, going through the signs. Alan Cockrell, the Sky Sox hitting coach, is over at first. Former Colorado Springs player. There goes the runner, Wilson. The pitch is low. The throw by Mathis is high. And in safely at second base is Wilson with a stolen base. His 5th of the year in 7 tries, and so the Sky Sox have a runner at second base and nobody out. And the count on Spilborghs, 3-1. First Cockrell, one-time quarterback to the University of Tennessee, as was another Colorado Springs player, now with the Rockies, Todd Helton. 3 balls and a strike, the count on Spilborghs. Saunders struggling with his control here in the early going. Now the left-hander ready, the 3-1 pitch. Low, ball 4, and he's walked the first 2 batters of the game. Very un-Saunders-like. Brings up Jeff Baker, the right fielder, hitting .305, 12 doubles, a triple, 8 homers, and 59 runs batted in. He's tied with the Bees' Nick Gorno and Howie Kendrick, as well as Round Rock's Luke Scott for second in the league in runs batted in. John Knott of Portland leads with 61. So Baker at the plate, 1 for 4 with a couple of RBI yesterday. Infield double play depth, swinging at ground ball, could be two. Kendricks got it, flips to Casey Smith for one, throws to first, dug out of the dirt by Myers for the double play. The 100th double play turned by the Bees this year. On the play, Wilson goes to third. Thought maybe Kendrick would take that to the bag himself, but he flipped it to Casey Smith, whose off-balance throw bounced in, but it was scooped up nicely by Corey Myers to complete the double play. So with two out, a runner at third base, it brings up Ryan Sheely, the first baseman. Sheely batting .288, 14 doubles, a triple, 14 homers, 51 runs batted in. There's a fastball high, ball one. For Saunders, that was his league-leading 15th ground ball double play induced. 1 ball, no strikes. Saunders, runner at third, 2 out, working from the windup. And Sheely swings at a fastball and fouls it back. That evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wilson at third, 2 outs, no score. Top of the first, just underway here at Franklin Covey Field. Sheely at the plate, 2 for 8 in this series as Saunders winds the 1-1. Missed high, 2-1. Right-handed batter out of the University of Florida. Outfield playing him around towards left. Now the wind by Saunders and the 2-1. Swung on, loop towards left. That's going to fall in front of Curtis Pride for a base hit. Walking in from third is Josh Wilson, and it's 1-0 Colorado Springs. Sheely's 52nd run batted into the air. And so it's 1-0. And that'll bring up Carlos Rivera, the designated hitter, batting .319, 14 doubles, a triple, 4 homers, 38 runs batted in. So for the third straight game in this series, the Sky Sox take the lead in the top of the first. Now here's Rivera, lefty against lefty matchup. The pitch, low for a ball, 1-0. Rivera's .319 average, good for 10th place in the PCL. 1 ball, no strikes against Saunders. Struggling with his control here in the first inning. Falling behind on every hitter but Jeff Baker, who swung at the first pitch and grounded into that double play. Swing and a miss at a cutter, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's the first run in 7 2/3 innings against Colorado Springs that the Sky Sox have scored off of Saunders. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Now the left-hander sets the kick, the 1-1. Curveball cued off the end of his bat up the third baseline, and it rolls foul. Now it's coming back towards the line, and it stops just foul. If that ball had taken one more roll, it would have been on the line, and they would have been able to throw Rivera out because he didn't run to first base. And the body language of Tom Runnels, I think, tells it all. He's not all that pleased that Rivera didn't run to first base, especially after the Bees were watching it continue to roll and hope that it goes back fair. Normally, as soon as a ball like that goes foul, you swipe it away so it doesn't go back fair. But again, Rivera didn't run it out. Saunders ready, the 1-2. Fastball, it'll pop fly. Saunders towards the line, makes the basket catch, and that retires the side. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the first. Colorado Springs 1. The Bees are coming to bat on ESPN 1230.
Hey, guys.
Yeah?
I'm not feeling too good.
Oh, you're looking a tad green for a raccoon.
I think it might be the taco burrito I ate.
What?
Why?
It was cheap.
Well, you're paying for it now.
No.
Why eat junk at night when you can go to Wendy's? We make everything fresh right when you order, like our new 99-cent crispy chicken sandwich. That's right, all white meat chicken for just 99 cents.
Why didn't you just go to Wendy's?
Not too bright.
Make it a Wendy's night and do what tastes right till 2 a.m. Prices and participation may vary.
Somebody must have been in an accident that wasn't their fault. If Keith Barton just hit that one out of the park.
I'm Keith Barton, and I know when you've been injured in an accident, you need an attorney that will go to bat for you and get you the money you deserve. You need the money quick because you have bills to pay. So the next time you're in an accident, you know what to do. Call in the big hitter. That's me, Keith Barton. It's just that easy to pick up the phone and call us at our new number, 801-IT'S-EASY.
In my mind, I envision delicately crunchy greens,
Warm, orange-glazed chicken, crisp snow peas, nestled next to tender edamame and sweet, succulent mandarin oranges. My mind drifts as I add rich, ripe red peppers, toasted almonds, and finish it all off with a light sesame ginger dressing. New Mendoza, low-fat variety. McDonald's new Asian salad, one of 4 premium salads, is now a delicious reality. I'm loving it. At participating McDonald's.
We go to the bottom of the first inning, 1-0 Colorado Springs defensively for the Sky Sox. Ryan Spilborgh's in left, Sean Barker in center, Jeff Baker in right, Jason Smith at third, Josh Wilson at short, Jason Nix at second, and Ryan Sheely at first. The battery of Mike Esposito pitching and Dan Conway catching. For Esposito, his 16th appearance, his 15th start in 88 innings. He's given up 95 hits, 49 runs, 47 of them earned. He has struck out 66 and walked 26, hit 4 batters, thrown 3 wild pitches, and surrendered 8 home runs. Esposito 4-6 with a 4.81 earned run average. PCL batting .275 against Esposito. First pitch, Willits takes a strike at the letters, 0-1. Reggie batting .305, 14 doubles, 4 triples, 3 homers, 34 runs batted in. Willits 2 for 8 with a double in this series. The 0-1 grounded sharply through the right side and into right field, a base hit. And Willits now has a 6-game hitting streak. So Willits at first, nobody out. The batter will be Curtis Pride. Pride batting .333, 15 doubles, 4 homers, 28 runs batted in. 2 for 9 in this series. Esposito did not face the Bees over in Colorado Springs this year. Last season, he made 3 starts against Salt Lake, going 0-1 with an ERA of an even 5. So runner at first base, nobody out. Esposito ready, and the pitch to Pride. Low, ball 1. Willits again over at first base, 22 stolen bases, tied with Jermaine Clark of Nashville and Shin-Soo Choo of Tacoma for third in the league with 22. Freddie Guzman of Oklahoma leads with 24 stolen bases. Charlton Jimerson of Round Rock has 23. Now Esposito, the 1-0. Pride swings, and it's a high fly ball. Left center field. Barker going back. Still going back. It's up there, and it is gone. A 2-run home run for Curtis Pride over the barrier in left center. And the Bees take a 2-1 lead. A high towering drive to left center field. Barker, the center fielder, kept going back on it, but eventually ran out of real estate. And for Curtis Pride, that is his 5th home run. And his 29th and 30th runs batted in. And so the Bees with a 2-1 lead here in the first inning, and that'll bring up Howie Kendrick, the second baseman. Hitting .373 as he's dropped out of the league lead for the first time in quite a while. Pitch inside a ball, 1-0. 25 doubles, 5 triples, 13 homers, 59 runs batted in. 0 for 8 in this series. Only the second time this year he's gone back-to-back games without a hit. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on. That's in the air to center field. Barker going back, still going back. It's up there, it's out there, and it is going to be caught at the wall. A leaping catch by Barker, and he's still down on the warning track in center field. What an effort by Sean Barker, going full tilt into the wall in right center field. And somehow he's able to hang on to the baseball. What a play by Sean Barker. And now the trainer, Heath Townsend, is going to go out and make sure that Barker's all right. He took extra bases away from Howie Kendrick, jumping at the wall in full speed, hitting the wall out there, and somehow he was able to hang on for the out. So his teammates out there, and now the trainer, Townsend, just getting out to where Barker is to make sure he's all right. What a play by Sean Barker, and that's going to most likely be our Mountains West Ranches defensive play of the game. Stay tuned to the 10th inning show to find out for sure, but it's going to take an awful lot to top that. Now the manager, Tom Runnels, is headed out that way as well, as Barker just now gives up possession of the baseball. Now he's playing catch out there, making sure everything is still in its proper place and that he can continue to play. So what about him in the first inning? Willett single. Curtis Pride, it's a long 2-run homer. And now Sean Barker takes away extra bases from Howie Kendrick with a leaping catch into the wall in center field. The next batter will be Mike Elward, the star of the game last night, and not just because of his 3-run home run that won the game in the bottom of the ninth. He accounted for 6 of the 7 runs for the Sky Sox. With that 3-run homer, he also scored a run in the second, scored a run in the 8th, and drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in the 3rd. So Barker telling everybody that he's all right, feels good after playing catch, and so both the manager Runnels and the trainer Townsend head back to the third base dugout. So here's Mike Elward after that 3 for 4 last night, lifting his average to an even 300. 10 doubles, 4 homers, 29 runs batted in. So the Bees leading 2-1 with 1 out and nobody on base here in the first inning. So Elward standing in. That home run last night is 4th since joining the Bees. The pitch, low, ball 1. He had hit 5 at AA Arkansas prior to his promotion. 1 ball, no strikes. Outfield shifted towards right for Mike. Now Esposito winds the pitch. Low, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Esposito, a 12th round pick in 2002 out of Arizona State. Made his major league debut last year with 3 starts for the Rockies, going 0-2. 2 balls the count on Elward as Esposito winds and delivers. Swung on, that's frozen and rope into left center field. Racing back Spilborg, it's over his head and all the way to the warning track. Elward digging for second base is there with a 1-out double. So 4 hard hit balls off of Esposito in the first 4 batters. And only a great catch by Barker has kept it from being 4 straight hits. That'll bring up Jeff Mathis, the catcher, hitting .290. 19 doubles, a triple, 3 homers, 27 runs batted in. Mathis 3 for 7 with a 2-base hit so far in this series. So runner at second base, 1 out. Now the right-hander ready. And Esposito's pitch to Mathis. Curveball low, ball 1. Esposito rated as having the best changeup in the Rockies organization by Baseball America. Esposito from the belt ready, and the 1-0. Low, ball 2. Esposito made 1 relief appearance this year, and that was the first one in his professional career. He entered this season with 78 career appearances, all starts. He did make 1 relief appearance. That was on April the 15th against Tucson. The 2-0 pitch. Mathis grounds 1 to third. Fielded on the second hop by Jason Smith. The throw across in plenty of time for the out. On the play, Elward has to hold at second base. So 2 out. That'll bring up Casey Smith, the shortstop. Smith batting .283. 15 doubles, 2 triples, 1 homer, 32 runs batted in. So for Casey, this is the first time this year that he has hit in the number 6 spot of the order. He's batted 2nd, 7th, 8th, and 9th. So 2 outs, a runner at second, 2-1 Bees here in the first. Now Esposito from the belt ready. The first pitch to Casey. Curveball outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Again, they're blue skies above here at Franklin Covey Field. If you can, come on out. Plenty of baseball to be played yet. As Smith checks his swing, did he go around? No. Says first base umpire Ramon Armendariz as the curveball missed low and outside, ball 2. Again, Thirsty Thursday, $2 drinks. 2 balls the count on Smith. Now Esposito deals. Swing and a miss, 2-1. And tomorrow night, the first 1,500 youngsters coming to the ballpark receive a free Bees baseball cap. And then on Saturday, the first 2,000 fans entering the ballpark will receive a Bees beach towel courtesy of K-Jazz. 2-1 the count on Smith. Elward at second base, and now time called as the catcher Conway goes out to visit Smith. Again, the Sacramento River Cats here for 3 games tomorrow night, Saturday night, both games 7 o'clock, and then 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon to wrap up the homestand and take us to the All-Star break off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before an 8-game road trip to Sacramento and Fresno. Now Esposito set the 2-1. Smith hits a chopper toward short. Wilson charges gloves and throws to first just in time for the out, and that retires the side. 2 runs for the Bees on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. At the end of 1, it's the Bees 2 and Colorado Springs 1 on ESPN 1230.
What is everyone talking about? Now at $5 Pizza, you can get a free Utah Jazz team poster with any pizza purchase. So come in and get all your favorite Utah Jazz players on one poster, including the Utah Jazz Bear. You'll also receive exclusive $5 Pizza coupons that can be redeemed at your nearest $5 Pizza. This offer is only valid while supplies last. Call your local $5 Pizza today and get your personal Utah Jazz team poster. $5 Pizza, the home of free toppings.
Paulie Colosimo here.
Yo, along with Joey as always. So, Paulie, tell the folks why we're so excited for spring to get here.
That's easy. So we can sunbathe in our Speedos, right?
Well, I do enjoy that. And with the packs we have, the ladies enjoy it too. But that's not what I had in mind.
Oh, well, you must be talking about grilling some of our Magnifico Colosimo sausages then.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Paulie.
Bada bing.
When most people think about grilling, they think about chicken or steaks. But those are wimp meat.
Yeah, if you want something with real taste and real kick, you gotta go with authentic Colosimo sausages on the grill.
Oh, yeah.
Some nice thick brats, a mild Italian or Tuscan. Just thinking about it makes me salivate.
Yeah, some hot Italian, which kind of reminds me of us in our Speedo.
A couple of hot Italians. You got that right, Joey.
Colosimo sausage. The sausage people. Now available at Dan's, Macy's, and Smith's.
Sean Barker to lead things off for Colorado Springs here in the second. He provided some theatrics earlier in the bottom of the first with that spectacular catch out in center field to rob Howie Kendrick of at least a double. So Sean Barker to lead things off against Joe Saunders, who now has a 2-1 lead. Barker takes low, ball 1. Barker batting .258, 8 doubles, 5 triples, 5 homers, 25 runs batted in. 2 for 4 with a double last night. Or at least 2 for 4 in the series. He actually did not play last night. It was 2 nights ago. There's a pitch low and outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count. So Joe Saunders again struggling a bit with the strike zone as he's missed the first 2 pitches here in the second inning. As Saunders winds the 2-0 to Barker. Ian Aftonese, a strike, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Saunders in his last start beat Sacramento on July 1st over at Raleigh Field, giving up 2 runs on 5 hits and 6 innings for the win. The 2-1 pitch. Barker swings and misses at an off-speed pitch, and the count's even at 2-2. Jason Smith, Dan Conway to follow here in the second inning for the Sky Sox. Saunders a winner in each of his last 3 starts. The 2-2 pitch. Low and away, ball 3 fills the count at 3-2. Jared Weaver has the longest winning streak for a Bees pitcher this year, winning 5 in a row. His last 5 decisions before going to the Angels. 3-2 payoff pitch. Swing and a foul. Back out of play. Rattles around the rafters of the roof. Stares back downstairs. So we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Barker's been a tough out for the Bees pitching staff, including the series last week at Colorado Springs. He's 9 for 19 against the Bees. 3-2 payoff pitch. Low and outside, ball 4, and that's already the 3rd walk issued by Joe Saunders in the ball game. So a runner at first base. Nobody out for Jason Smith, batting .250, 4 doubles, 3 triples, 1 homer, 8 runs batted in. Now apparently a change in the order, as Dan Conway is batting here in the number 7 spot. And Tommy Whiteman batting 8th in the third base spot. There's a pitch in at the knees, a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Conway batting .247, 2 doubles, a triple, 5 runs batted in. Make that 2 doubles, a homer, and 5 RBI. The pitch. Conway is a 2-hopper to Kendrick at second. Backhand flip to Smith for 1, over to first for 2. 4-6-3 double play for the second time in 2 innings for the Bees infield. Their 101st double play of the year. So here's Tommy Whiteman, batting .159, 1 double, 1 triple, no homers, 2 runs batted in. First pitch cut at and missed, a strike. No balls, 1 strike to the right-hand batter as Saunders deals. Swinging a foul back into the screen, and that puts the count at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Two to 1 Bees here in the top of the second inning. Now the 0-2 to Whiteman. Swinging a foul back. So the count remains 0-2. Whiteman appeared in 1 game over in Colorado Springs and went 0 for 4. So apparently Jason Smith lifted from the lineup tonight before we got the game underway. There's a curveball, strike 3 called, and that retires the side. First punch out for Joe Saunders. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go now to the bottom half of the second inning with a score. The Bees 2 and Colorado Springs 1 on ESPN 1230.
Hey, Bees fans, are you looking for a summer deal and a meal to satisfy your cravings? Stop by Wiener Schnitzel today for the 2 for $2.22 deal. Chili cheese dog and chili cheeseburger, only $2.22. Hurry in today. And while you're there, don't forget to cool down with the new Tasty Freeze Brownie Freezy. Chewy brownies mixed with creamy vanilla Tasty Freeze soft serve, topped with chocolate syrup. Wiener Schnitzel. It's the official hot dog of the Salt Lake Bees. Wiener Schnitzel, pushing the boundaries of taste.
Let's face it, life's full of little dings and dents, particularly when you or your teenager are driving. At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we realize not every fender bender requires a lengthy dialogue with an insurance agent. To keep your insurance premiums down, it's sometimes better to handle a repair on your own, especially when the damage is mostly just a cosmetic annoyance. Bring your dinged and dented vehicle to Abra and let us help you and your family get the quality repair you need at a price you can afford. We've been at it for over 20 years, and with the best trained technicians in the industry, we can make your car sparkle like it did before you or your teenager had an unfortunate mishap. So, even when you are not submitting an insurance claim, let Abra work with you to get an affordable, quality repair with a lifetime warranty. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an immediate appointment.
We go to the bottom of the second inning. The Bees 2, Colorado Springs 1. Adam Papkovich, Corey Myers, and Darren Blakely do up for the Bees. Adam batting .224, 7 doubles, 1 triple, 7 homers, 27 runs batted in. Papkovich 0 for 3 in this series. Hitless in his last 13 at-bats overall as he takes high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. So Papkovich trying to get back on track here tonight. As Esposito winds the 1-0. Papkovich swings and pops it up into right center field. The right fielder Baker moving over and underneath it, and he'll put it away for out number 1. So Papkovich retired, 1 out for Corey Myers, the first baseman. Myers batting .250, 2 doubles, a homer, and 7 runs batted in. 0 for 3 in this series. If a Bees player hits for the cycle at home this season during a regulation 9-inning game, you could win $10,000. in the SMC Capital Management Hit for the Cycle contest, courtesy of Gary Gigi of SMC Capital Management. So 1 out, nobody on base. Now Esposito's pitch. Myers takes a changeup inside. Ball 1. Register to win at the Franklin Covey Field customer service booth. And don't forget to check out www.retirementsource.net for more information on SMC Capital Management, Architects of Wealth. As Myers takes a curveball strike over the outside corner at the knees, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Corey Myers. Now Esposito's pitch. Inside, ball 2. Congratulations to former Kearns High School star Jared Fernandez, who last night in Nashville's 3-2 win over Memphis recorded his 100th career minor league win and recorded his 1,000th career strikeout. Here's Myers lining one down the left field line. That's hooking to the corner. Chasing it down, Spilborg backhands it shy of the track. Myers digging for 2. Here's the throw, the slide, he's safe. Corey Myers with a double, his 3rd of the years. Little fadeaway slide, reaching back with the left hand to avoid the tag of the second baseman, Jason Nix. So that's already the 3rd extra base hit for the Bees in the game, and that'll bring up Darren Blakely, who made his Salt Lake Bees debut last night and went 2 for 4 with 1 run scored. Start of the year at AAA Charlotte in the White Sox organization, played 32 games, went 19 for 110, a 173 average, and then hit 260 in 27 games for the White Sox AA affiliate at Birmingham. First pitch to Blakely, inside with a curveball, and it hit him. Looked like it hit him in the right arm, and so Blakely goes to first base, hit by the pitch. For Esposito, that is his 5th hit batter of the season. So now the Bees have runners at first and second, 1 out. To the top of the order, Reggie Willits, who had a sharp ground ball into right field for a base hit. And scored in front of the home run by Curtis Pride. So Jared Fernandez now 100 wins, 90 losses in 13 minor league seasons. First pitch to Willits. Strike it at the knees, 0-1. He struck out another veteran, Timo Perez, former White Sox and Braves outfielder, in the 6th inning to reach that 1,000 strikeout level. The no balls, 1 strike. Infield double play depth. Whiteman in at 3rd. The pitch to Willits off speed and over for a strike, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. On Reggie Willits, with Myers at second, Blakely at first. Now Esposito ready, and the 0-2 pitch to Reggie. Into the dirt. Good stop by the catcher, Conway, as he got his glove on it, batted it forward just in front of home plate to hold the runners. So the count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes on Willits. 2-1 Bees on a 2-run home run in the first by Curtis Pride, and he stands on deck. The outfield in and around towards left for Reggie as the 1-2 comes home from Esposito. Low, ball 2. 2-2 the count. Again, the single by Willits extended his hitting streak to 6 straight games. Now behind the plate, Conway, the catcher, with a sign down and the target up. Esposito to the belt. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Willits. Swinging a double play, ball to short. Up with it, Wilson shovels to Dix for 1. The throw to first for the inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. So that is just the 4th double play. Grounded into by Willits this year. No runs, 1 hit. 1 runner left on base. And at the end of 2, it's the Bees 2, Colorado Springs 1 on ESPN 1230.
Being inducted into the Hall of Fame is the ultimate after you have a successful major league career. Of course, I took 4 years out for World War II. I joined the Navy 2 days after Pearl Harbor, and I'm very proud to be an American and hope I've been a good one.
Relive your fondest memories of Bob Feller and see his Hall of Fame plaque at the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. For more information, visit us on the web at baseballhalloffame.org or call 888-HALL-OF-FAME.
Next,
Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
the driver of my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and terrine tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteak.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
All right, we go to the third inning. It's 2-1 in favor of the Bees. Jason Nix, Josh Wilson, and Ryan Spilborg. The 9-1 and 2 hitters due up in the Colorado Springs order to face left-hander Joe Saunders. Nix batting .236, 11 doubles, 1 triple, no homers, 20 runs batted in, 1 for 8 in the series. Shows bunt and takes low, ball 1. Saunders has walked the leadoff hitter in the inning in each of the first 2 frames here tonight. 1 ball to count. The right-hand batting, Jason Nix, 1 for 8 with an RBI in this series. Shows bunt and fouls it back for a strike, 1-1. Time now for our third inning update of the Abra scoreboard. Windshield chips or cracks got you down? Let the specialists at Abra take the worry out of your glass replacement or repair. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule your appointment. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Nix. The pitch way outside, ball 2. 2-1 the count. This afternoon, Iowa at home defeated New Orleans 2-1. Rich Hill, the winner, 6-1. Florida's ERA to a minuscule 1.81. Second in the league. 2-1 pitch, a little bit low, ball 3. Tacoma and Tucson doubleheader postponed due to wet grounds in Tucson. At Round Rock in the 5th, the Express lead Albuquerque 3-0. Al Saunders ready, the 3-1 pitch to Nix. Swing and a miss to the fastball away that might have been ball 4. Instead, the count is full at 3-2. Top of the 7th at Oklahoma. Omaha leads the Red Hawks 2-0. Ruben Gotay with his 9th home run of the year for the Royals. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the payoff pitch to Nix. Swung on and ripped down the left field line, hooking foul. So we'll do it again at 3-2. In the 6th at Memphis, Nashville out in front of the Redbirds 3-1. Later on, Las Vegas is at Portland, and Fresno hosts Sacramento. In the major leagues, the Yankees a winner at Cleveland 10-4. Randy Johnson the winner, now 10-7. Jason Giambi with his 26th home run. 3-2 again to Nix. That one sliced foul down the right field side into the seats. After 8 in St. Petersburg, Boston 6, Tampa Bay 5. Former Buzzman David Ortiz with his 28th home run of the year. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch to Nix. Swung on, chopped up the middle, over the mound, and past second base into center field. Deflected by Howie Kendrick, chasing after it Willits, and for the 3rd straight inning, the Sky Sox get their leadoff man on base. That'll bring up Josh Wilson, who walked and scored in the 1st. In Chicago, Baltimore took a 3-0 lead in the 3rd. In the bottom of the 3rd, the White Sox scored 5, the last 4 on a grand slam by Jim Thome, who has hit a 2-run homer in the 5th. He now has 29 home runs as the White Sox lead the Orioles 7-3 at the end of 5. Pavkovich in at 3rd. If Wilson's going to be called upon to bunt here. Saunders ready. The move to 1st. And the runner's back. In the 6th at Kansas City, the Royals, winners of 11 of their last 16, lead Toronto 6-0. Mark Redmond trying to silence the critics over his All-Star selection, allowing 1 hit, no runs through 5 2/3 innings. First pitch, no sign of a bunt. Wilson takes a strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-1. Redmond, one of 5 former Salt Lake players, scheduled now to be in the Major League All-Star game. We'll go over that list later on. And again, as we mentioned earlier, the Angels are at Oakland tonight. That game about 20 minutes away from getting started. at the Coliseum in Oakland. Now the one-strike pitch, instead the toss to first. And diving back in safely is Nix. Nix, 10 out of 12 in the stolen base department this year. Lifetime, over 70% success rate in stolen bases. National League, bottom of the 8th at Philadelphia. The Padres lead the Phillies 5-3. 0-1 the count on Wilson. Now Saunders with a move to first. The runner breaks. Now Myers fakes the throw. The runner slips and falls. Now Myers flips to Casey Smith for the tag and the out. So that'll be a caught stealing 1-3-6 on Jason Nix. And with that, there's one out and nobody on base and a one-strike count on Wilson. In the 8th inning at New York, the Mets lead the Pirates 7-3. David Wright with his 19th home run of the year for New York. After 7.5 in Atlanta, the Braves lead the Reds 6-2. Andrew Jones with his 19th home run of the year for the Braves. Now the 0-1. Inside at the belt, 1-1. Bottom of the 7th at Milwaukee, the Brewers lead the Cubs 2-0. After 5.5 in Houston, the Astros lead the Cardinals 3-2. Now the 1-1 pitch to Wilson. Swing and a pop foul to the right of home plate and up onto the roof. So the count's 1-2. Later on, the Dodgers host the Giants, and earlier today in 11 innings, Washington beat Florida 8-7. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Wilson. The pitch. Curveball, strike 3 called. Got him looking. Second strikeout for Saunders, and that'll bring up Ryan Spilborghs, who walked his first time up. We mentioned 5 now former Salt Lake players in the All-Star game, with the fan vote for the last player on the roster being announced tonight, and A.J. Pierzynski beats out Francisco Liriano of Minnesota for the honor. Now the pitch to Spilborghs. Outside, ball 1. The other American League players that used to play here, besides Pierzynski, David Ortiz of the Red Sox, Mark Redmond of Kansas City, and Bobby Jenks of the White Sox. The 1-0 pitch bounces in, and by the catcher Mathis 2-0. The lone former Salt Lake player that is on the National League squad is pitcher Derek Turnbow, the former Stinger, now the closer for the Milwaukee Brewers. So this franchise well represented at the Major League All-Star game on Tuesday with 5 former players. 2 balls, no strike, 3 from the Buzz era, 2 from the Stingers. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball outside at the belt, ball 3. 3-0 the count. Spilborghs walked his first time at bat. Now Saunders deals. Fastball in at the knees. A strike and it's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now Saunders ready to pitch. Fastball outside, and that's Joe's 4th walk of the game. His season high was 6 back in April. Saunders walked 6 Portland Beavers in a loss here, and he did that in just 4 2/3 innings. He hasn't walked this many since he walked 4 Tacoma Rainiers here on May the 8th, but got the win in that game as the catcher Jeff Mathis goes out to pay a visit to Saunders. So 2 outs, a runner at first base for Jeff Baker, who rolled into a 4-6-3 double play, his first time up. So a runner at first base, 2 out. Saunders delivers, and Baker takes a curveball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1, as Joe with a backdoor breaking ball started it outside and brought it back over the corner. 0-1 the count. The outfield pretty much straight away. The center fielder Willits maybe a couple of steps over towards left center. The 0-1 swung on and foul back over the roof and out of play, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Two to 1 Bees here in the top of the 3rd. Guy Sox getting 1 in the top of the 1st. The Bees answering with a pair on the home run by Curtis Pride. Saunders the move to first, and scampering back to the bag is Spilborghs. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Saunders looking in. Now the left-hander ready. The 0-2 pitch to Baker. Up high, 1-2. And tomorrow night it's Sacramento in town. First 1,500 fans receive a Bees cap. Nathan Bland getting the start at 3-2 against right-hander Victor Moreno, 3-2. Now the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch to Baker. Fastball outside, ball 2. It has definitely been a scuffle so far tonight for Joe Saunders. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's walked 2, struck out 4 here in 2 2/3 innings. Now Saunders ready, and again the move to first, and the runner is back. Saunders, I believe at this point, already 49 pitches, of which 26 for strikes. Now the 2-2. Breaking ball low, ball 3. 3-2 the count. So now with 2 outs, Spilborghs will automatically be on the move with the pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The infield back. Now Saunders sets. And the 3-2 payoff pitch. Spilborghs takes off, swinging a smash into left field, a base hit. With the play in front of him, though, Spilborghs must stop at second base. Hit number 2 in the ball game for Colorado Springs. And now runners are at first and second with 2 out for Ryan Sheely, who delivered a base hit to left to drive in the Sky Sox run in the first inning. But now runners at first and second, 2 out. And Saunders trying to bulldog his way through a ninth that it appears he doesn't have his control. Doesn't seem to be sharp at all, but is trying to get by as a good pitcher would. The pitch, strike to the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. He's been aided by a couple of double play balls as well as a pickoff / caught stealing. No balls, 1 strike. Spilborghs, the tying run at second. Baker, the go-ahead run at first with 2 out. Saunders ready, the 0-1. Sheely will floater toward short, coming in and making the shoulder-high catch is Casey Smith to retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the third. It's the Bees 2, Colorado Springs 1 on ESPN 1230.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the tire with the best warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. When it's time for your next pair of Bees baseball game tickets, do you want free tickets and a chance to win $50,000? Then get to Big O Tires for an entry form and details. No purchase necessary. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on Big O Tires.
Hi, Stock Exchange? Hi. Can I speak with a bell ringer? Yeah, the person who rings that morning bell. Oh, well, I have an announcement to make. Oh, see, I need to tell everyone on the exchange floor that I'm selling my home. Yeah, that's right. I'm selling my home. Oh, well, I need the Dow to stay up. Give those stockbrokers a little added motivation, keep the economy moving so my home will sell faster. Well, it can't hurt.
Okay, so you can't influence the economy, but choosing a Coldwell Banker residential brokerage agent will help you get the best price for your home, no matter what the market conditions are. Coldwell Banker agents are the most well-trained real estate professionals in the business. They're at the cutting edge of local and national market trends. They use the most advanced marketing tools in the industry, and they specialize in strategically positioning your home so it sells on your terms. Get every advantage when you sell your home.
Yep, still me. Still holding for that bell ringer person.
Call a Coldwell Banker professional in your neighborhood or visit utahhomes.com. Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage is owned and operated by NRT Incorporated.
We go to the bottom of the third inning, 2-1 in favor of the Bees. It'll be Curtis Pride, Howie Kendrick, and Mike Elwood, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the Salt Lake batting order, due up to face right-hander Mike Esposito. Curtis Pride putting the Bees out in front of the first with that 2-run home run to left center field. Again, Pride's 5th home run of the season. First pitch on the way. Bounces in, ball one. 1-0 the count on Pride. A 2-1 ball game. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Bees. 1 run on 3 hits for the Sky Sox. 1-0 the count to the left-hand batter. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Esposito, as a freshman at Arizona State in 2000, had Tommy John surgery on his right elbow. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Pride bunts out in front of the plate. Out to get it, the catcher Conway scoops it up and throws to first just in time for the out. Conway going out a long way to get to that ball, but he called off Esposito, but made the play, getting Pride by a half step. First, looked like he had a little trouble getting out of the box and wasn't at full speed right away. Here's Howie Kendrick, absolutely robbed of extra bases on a leaping catch at the wall by Sean Barker in the first inning. Barker slamming into the wall and somehow able to hang on. Esposito's first pitch to Kendrick. Down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. 2-1 ball game here in the bottom of the third. The Bees out in front. Now the 0-1 to Kendrick. Her ball low and outside to the right-hand batter, and that evens the count at 1-1. Bees manager Brian Harper coaching over at third base with hitting coach Jim Efford over at first. Now the wind by Esposito, the 1-1. Swinging a ground foul, skipping into the front row behind the third base dugout. 1-2 the count on Kendrick. Storm clouds to the south, but checking the radar, got a chance to miss the ballpark. There's Kendrick lining one foul, hooking out of play down the left field line, down near the Colorado Springs bullpen. So the count on Kendrick remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Outfield playing Kendrick late towards right as Esposito delivers the 1-2. Swing, little tap right side of the mound. Up with it is Esposito, and quickly underhand tosses to first for the out. As Kendrick continues in a funk, he's 0 for 2. Again, not all his doing after that great play by Parker in the first inning in center field. Here's Mike Elward, who doubled up the alley in left center field with 1 out of the first, but was not advanced any further past second base. So 2 outs, nobody on base for the Bees here in the bottom of the third. Elward's double now gives him 13 hits and 22 at-bats against the Sky Sox this year. Third ball over for a strike, and it's 0-1. 4 for 8 in this series. 2 out, bases empty. Esposito, the 0-1. Line to right field, another hit for Mike Elward. Just went with that pitch the other way and dropped it into right field. So now he is 14 for 23 against Sky Sox pitching. A runner at first, 2 out for Jeff Mathis, who bounced out to Whiteman at third, his first time up. Just a reminder, if you're between the ages of 8 and 13, you can enter to have a chance to help me call the action from the press box as the Great Clips Junior broadcaster. Enter to win at any Wasatch Front Great Clips location. Relax, it's Great Clips. Runner at first, 2 out. And the pitch to Mathis. Swing and a foul back into the screen. Strike 1. The single by Elward. Hit number 5 for the Bees in the ball game. Nothing and 1 the count to the right-handed batter. Mathis waving that bat out over the plate. The right-hander ready, and the pitch. Fastball strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes to count on Mathis. Mike Elward at first with 2 outs. 2-1 Bees here in the bottom of the third. Now Esposito from the stretch. And the 2-strike pitch. Curve ball into the dirt. 1-2 the count on Mathis. And don't forget, Saturday night, the first 2,000 fans entering the ballpark receive a Bees Beach towel, courtesy of K-Jazz. Gates open at 6 o'clock for the 7 o'clock game. 1-2 the count on Mathis. Now Esposito ready. The kick and the pitch. Line drive down the right field line, but slicing foul back into the seats. So the count remains 1-2. By the way, last night, Greg Jones in relief got the win. It was his 161st appearance in a Salt Lake uniform, moving him into second place all-time in franchise history, breaking a tie for second with Bart Miocic. The 1-2 pitch, Mathis slices one foul again. This one headed towards the facing of the roof before caroming back downstairs. The all-time leader in games pitched is Gus Gandarias with 191. All but 4 of those in relief. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Mathis. Esposito ready. The pitch. Swung on. That slice down the right field line. That has a chance to stay fair, and it does. A base hit. Bangs in against the corner. Elwood on his way to third. He's being held up there as the throw comes into the cutoff man. So Jeff Mathis slicing a double down into the right field corner. His 20th two-bagger of the year. And the Bees now, with back-to-back hits after 2 outs, have runners at second and third. But it will take another 2-out base hit for the Bees to be able to convert here on this opportunity. Casey Smith grounded out to short his first time up. So runners at second and third, 2 out. As the catcher Conway out to talk with Esposito. Casey Smith so far this year, overall a 283 hitter, 269 with runners in scoring position and 2 out. So Elwood at third, Mathis at second, 2 out. Casey Smith waiting, Esposito trying to get out of a 2-out jam. The first pitch from Esposito. Inside at the knees, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Casey. Trying to add to the Bees, 2-1 lead. Elwood the lead at third, Mathis at second, the infield back. Now the 1-0. Swung on, chopped over the mound, but the second baseman, Jason Dix, is right there to field it and throw to first, and that retires the side. So the 2-out uprising is snuffed out on the ground ball to second. No runs, 2 hits, 2 runners left on base. At the end of 3, it's still the Bees 2 and Colorado Springs 1 on ESPN 1230.
Cache Valley Electric is a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Bees. Cache Valley Electric has provided clients with the best in electrical construction since 1915. A premier electrical contractor with the ability to provide heavy industrial, commercial, teledata, cell tower, technology services, service and signal, and utility construction. A proud member of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, National Electrical Contractors Association. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915.
Dreaming of owning your own home? Cypress Credit Union would like to make your dream a reality with fantastic rates on low-fee construction and mortgage loans. Visit cypresscu.com or speak to a mortgage specialist at 260-7600. We'll help you determine your home buying power and the loan that best fits your needs. Mention this ad and we'll waive the $175 processing fee when you get your mortgage.
Cypress Credit Union. Your future is our future.
Equal housing lender.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Come on, what do you want? Well, I don't know what I want for breakfast because I can't think before I have breakfast. But how do I decide what I want for breakfast if I can't think until I get breakfast? You'll have a number 1 with a large coffee.
Snap out of it with a delicious bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle sandwich from McDonald's. And if you need more help in the morning, visit McMornings.com.
Like you read my mind. It's a pretty short book.
At participating McDonald's.
All right, we go to the 4th inning. The Bees threaten after 2 outs, but cannot convert. And so they still lead by just a run at 2-1. It'll be Carlos Rivera Sean Barker and Dan Conway, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, due up in the Colorado Springs batting order here in the 4th inning. Rivera popped up to the pitcher Saunders his first time up. Again, it's been a struggle for Joe. He's given up 1 run on 3 hits. He has struck out 2, walked 4. Aided by a couple of double plays and a caught stealing. So here's Rivera, left-handed batter, to face Saunders. First pitch on the way to the left-hand hitter is hit in the air to right field. Blakely going back. It's up there, it's out there, and it is gone. A home run for Carlos Rivera, and this game is all tied at 2-2. As the leadoff hitter has reached in every inning so far for the Sky Sox, but that one, Rivera touches them all, his 5th home run of the year, and we're all even at 2. Rivera's 5 home runs on the year. His 2nd against the lefties. So we're back to square one. The Bees unable to capitalize on their scoring opportunity, and the Sky Sox come right back. And now here's Sean Barker, who walked his first time up. Fastball away, ball 1. That's the 10th home run surrendered by Saunders this year. That ties him for the most given up by a Bees pitcher with Dustin Mosley. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, chopped toward short. Charging Casey Smith. Gloves. Throws on the run. Away. Gets by Myers. Taking the turn is Barker. He's going to second. Here's the throw, and he's out at second base. Good play by the catcher, Mathis, backing that one up. And then firing a strike. He actually went past the first base mark to get to that one. It'll be a throwing error on Casey Smith, but 2-4, I believe, on the putout at second base on Barker. So with that, there's 1 out. Nobody on base for Dan Conway, who grounded into a double play his first time up. So 1 out, nobody on the pitch. Swung on, popped up down the right field line, twisting towards the seats and out of play. About 5 rows back as Darren Blakely gave chase, but he ran out of real estate. For the count on Conway, 0-1. So back to a 2-2 ball game, a brand new start once again. Former Buzzman David Ortiz has hit a grand slam in a 6-run 9th inning. Boston leading at Tampa Bay 12-5. Ortiz now with 29 home runs, tying him with Jim Tomei of Chicago, who also hit 2 home runs tonight. One of them a grand slam as the curveball to Conway is low. And the count's even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Neither one known for their defense, but both listed as first baseman for the All-Star game. There's a pitch low for a ball, 2-1. I believe neither one has played first base in a game other than interleague play. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count on Conway. The pitch from Saunders. Low, ball 3. 3-1 the count. Now Saunders into his motion. The pitch. Low, ball 4. And that's the 5th walk issued by Joe in the ball game. What hurts is his pitch count is piling up. The Bees may have to go to the bullpen early. And tomorrow's a bullpen day with Nathan Bland getting the start. Jeff Mathis out to talk things over with Saunders as Tommy Whiteman comes to the plate. Took a call, 3rd strike, his first time up. First pro athlete from the Crow Nation tribe. His given name stands for owner of outstanding horses. So runner at first base, 1 out. The infield at double play depth. Saunders pitch. Swinging a roller toward short. Casey Smith flips to Kendrick. That's 1. Over to first. That's 2. As they turn their 3rd double play of the game, Joe Saunders jumps out of the way of the barrel of the bat that came flying in his direction. 1 run on the leadoff home run by Rivera. 1 hit, 1 error, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's now the Bees 2 and Colorado Springs 2 on ESPN 1230.
Hello, Pirates. It's time. What are you talking about?
He's always making me big promises. McDonald's makes it easy for you to find fortune. Just check out Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Man's Chest now in theaters. Then get a Big Mac sandwich. Peel the tab. Find the code, and you could win great riches, like a new Volvo. It's easy to win. I'm not this.
No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada. 13 or older. Game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. A while distribution supplies last. Car game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. See official rules inside participating McDonald's or at playatmcd.com for complete details. Void where prohibited.
Zions Bank has absolutely free checking. This means it's absolutely free of hidden fees. Our absolutely free checking comes with absolutely free unlimited check writing and absolutely free online banking and bill pay. All this along with a Visa credit card, an absolutely free Visa debit card, and enrollment in Zions Cash Rewards. We appreciate you, so we want to absolutely free you from hassle with all our absolutely free branches and ATMs available throughout both Utah and Idaho. After all, when all is said and done, the best things in life are, well, family, love, and sharing. Because although our absolutely free checking is absolutely fantastic, hopefully it's not absolutely the best thing in your life.
Hi, I'm Tom Green, branch manager at the Zions Bank Freeway office. Right now, when you open a free checking account, we'll give you an absolutely free box of checks.
Zions Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply. See branch for details. Credit approval required to obtain Visa credit card.
We go to the bottom of the fourth inning in a 2-2 ball game. It'll be Adam Pavkovich, Corey Myers, and Darren Blakely. The bottom third of the Bees order, 2 up. Bees hit field in the first 4 innings, have already turned 3 double plays in this game. 4 is the season high. The Bees did it on June 16th against Las Vegas and June 25th against Sacramento. Here's Adam Pavkovich, flying out to Jeff Baker in right center field his first time up. 2-2 ball game. Bees have out hit the Sky Sox 6-4. Mike Esposito taking too long on the first pitch of the inning. Now everybody ready. And Esposito winds in the first pitch to Pavkovich. Breaking ball, strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. Time now for a look at this date in Salt Lake PCL history, brought to you by MedOne Medical, the exclusive provider of Sleep Smart Gold. No balls, 1 strike, the pitch. Pavkovich takes a little bit high, 1-1. On this date, July 6, 2000, Todd Walker's RBI single in the bottom of the 12th inning gives the Buzz a 6-5 win over Edmonton. Walker ends the game with 3 hits and 3 runs, batted ends. Pavkovich takes one in the dirt that goes all the way back to the base of the screen, and the count's 2-1. Stop in for a free CPAP pressure check and free tubing. MedOne Medical, 10712 South 13th East in Sandy. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count on Pavkovich. Now the pitch from Esposito. Strike called, and it's 2-2. A couple of moves today involving some former Salt Lake Buzz players. Eddie Guardado on the move as the Mariners trade him to Cincinnati for a minor league pitcher. Eddie's struggling in the closer role for the Mariners this year. 2-2 to Pavkovich, ripped down the left field line, but hooking foul into the seats. So it's still 2-2. The Reds bullpen struggling, so Cincinnati hoping that Eddie can turn things around with a change of address. Also today, former Buzz catcher Chad Moeller was designated for assignment by the Brewers. The 2-2 pitch, Pavkovich slices one down the right field line, twisting towards the stands and out of play. Still 2-2. As the Brewers purchased the contract of catcher Mike Rivera of Nashville. Rivera is scheduled to be on the PCL team at AAA All-Star game. The league has asked Jeff Mathis to take his spot, but after not being named initially, Jeff has made other plans, so I believe that he will say thanks, but no thanks, but he hasn't made a final decision as of yet. Now the 2-2 to Pavkovich. Swung on, line towards left center field. Parker coming out, has to play it on a hop. And so Adam Pavkovich is aboard with a leadoff single, and that snaps his 0 for 14 string. So runner at first base, nobody out. That'll bring up Corey Myers, who doubled to left field his first time up. So the Bees trying to regain the lead after It was tied up by Carlos Rivera on a solo home run to lead off the top of the fourth inning. A runner at first base, nobody out. Esposito pitches. Myers shows bunt, but takes a strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. Unofficially, Saunders at 66 pitches through 4 innings. No balls, 1 strike to count on Myers. The infield double play depth. Colorado Springs has already turned 1. Throw to first base. And Pavkovich is back. 2-2 ball game. We're in the 4th. Now Esposito set. The glance over his shoulder at the base runner, Pavkovich. The pitch. Runner goes, swinging a tap up the first base side, and they're going to let it go foul. Otherwise, Pavkovich advances easily on the play, and so now he'll go back to first. And the count on Corey, no balls and 2 strikes. Salt Lake with the all-time lead in the series over Colorado Springs, 81-65. That does not include, however, the 1995 PCL Championship Series won by the Sky Sox, 3-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Myers. Inside, ball 1. Buzz had a 1-run lead with 1 out and nobody on in the bottom of the 9th of the 5th and deciding game, and we're never able to get that 3rd out. Carlos Pulido, a couple of hangers for base hits. Now the 1-2 pitch to Myers. Swung on line, base hit center field. Pavkovich will advance to second base. A frozen rope off the bat of Corey Myers. He's 2 for 2. And the Bees now have runners at first and second base with nobody out for Darren Blakely, who was hit by a pitch his first time up. Dan Nolte giving up the bloop single to Jim Tatum that scored Ted Landrum with the championship run for the Sky Sox back in '95. Still have visions of that whenever we visit Colorado Springs. The first baseman Shealy with a defensive signal. See if Blakely is going to be called upon to lay one down with Willits and Pride to follow. Whiteman in on the grass at third. Shealy even with the bag at first. Esposito delivers, and Blakely trying to bunt, spins out of the way of an inside pitch as he narrowly missed getting hit for the second time in the ball game. 1 ball, no strikes. Pavkovich the lead at second base. Myers at first. Now Esposito ready, and the 1-0 pitch to Blakely. Squares around, takes high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Reggie Willits due next. 2-2 ball game. The Bees about hit the Sky Sox 8-4. 2 balls, no strikes. Wilson in behind the runner, Pavkovich at second base to try to keep him close. Now time called as Conway heads to the mound, wanting to get on the same page with Esposito. Meanwhile, left-hander Justin Hansen is going down to the Colorado Springs bullpen. Former starter for the Sky Sox. 2 balls, no strikes. Conway back behind the plate. Esposito spins, throws, and Pavkovich dives back in safely, getting the right hand in ahead of the tag of Wilson. 2 balls, no strikes. Now Esposito set the glance back towards second. And now the shortstop Wilson in behind the runner, but no throw this time by Esposito. 2 balls, no strikes on Darren Blakely with Pavkovich at second. Myers at first. Nobody out in a 2-2 game. Now Esposito ready. The 2-0 to Blakely. Taking low, ball 3, and no sign of a bunt there. So now the count is 3-0, and a wide one here would load the bases with nobody out. Bottom of the 4th inning in a 2-2 game. Some dark clouds rolling in from the southwest. The 3-0 pitch to Blakely. Down the middle, a strike, and it's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Radar shows a storm passing, but it could miss to the south as far as the ballpark is concerned. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now Esposito set the pitch. Swing and a little tap foul behind home plate. Now the count's full at 3-2. So after the count got to 3 balls, they took the ball off. With Blakely taking his strike and now fouling one off. To the count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, Reggie Willits due next. Now Esposito ready. The 3-2 payoff hits the fake, and Pavkovich leaves too soon. Now Myers will take second base. Pavkovich will walk back that way, try to slide to avoid the tag. So in his haste, Pavkovich left too soon and is caught stealing. 1-6 on the putout, and so now it's a runner at second base, 1 out, and a 3-2 count on Blakely. At times this year, the Bees have run themselves out of a lot of innings. Still a chance, though, to cash in here with a runner at second, 1 out. The count on Blakely, 3-2, and now Esposito steps off. He is taking a lot of time in between pitches with runners on base. Not exactly a quick worker. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Esposito ready, the payoff pitch. Swing and a tap foul behind home plate. Blakely, a switch hitter, batting left-handed against the right-hander Esposito. Blakely in his 9th year, 28 years old, born in West Islip, New York. Remember growing up, West Islip, New York, every year, Wide World of Sports would always have the Demolition Derby from there. Now lives in Pensacola, Florida. 3 balls, 2 strikes, Esposito ready. And again the payoff pitch. Swing and a foul as Blakely took a hack at a fastball, so staying alive at 3-2, making Esposito work a little bit out there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Myers, the lead at second base. Esposito ready. And now the 3-2 pitch again to Blakely. Swing and a miss at a slow curve. He struck him out. That's the first strikeout for Esposito, and now there's 2 down in the 4th, and it's up to Reggie Willits if the Bees are going to cash in here. 2-2 ball game, but they've certainly had plenty of opportunity to put more runs on the board. A runner at second, 1 out after the 2-run home run by Pride in the first, but could not cash in. First and second, 1 out in the second, did not score. A single and a double after 2 out, but no runs. And here they had runners at first and second base with nobody out. Now it's just a runner at second and 2 out for Reggie Willits, who's 1 for 2. First pitch swinging, tap foul behind home plate. Just got the end of the bat out on it. And the count's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. First game of the showdown in Oakland so far, not going well for the Angels. The A's with 2 runs in the first and still batting, leading the Halos 2-0. Angels have moved to within 4 of the lead. Coming into today's play, the 0-1 pitch. Willits spins away from an inside pitch, and the count's even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-2 ball game here in the bottom of the 4th. Esposito stares in at his catcher, Conway. And neither pitcher's been particularly sharp. Somehow it's only a 2-2 game here in the 4th. The 1-1 to Willits. Curve inside at the belt, ball 2. 2-1 the count. And the Bees last night, their victory, the first of the season when trailing at the end of 7 innings. 2 balls, 1 strike. Esposito set the pitch. Willits swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Esposito 1 out away from getting out of a jam without any runs coming in against him. As, again, the dark clouds start to roll in from the southwest. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Willits. Myers the lead at second base, and now the 2-2 pitch to Reggie. Swinging a ground ball right at the second baseman, Nix, who gobbles it up, tosses to first, and that'll do it for the Bees in the 4th. They threaten again, but do not score. No runs, 2 hits. 1 runner left on base. They've stranded 5 through the first 4 innings, all of them in scoring position. As we go to the 5th, it's the Bees 2 and Colorado Springs 2 on ESPN 1230.
Med1 Medical. Med1 Medical.
Are you using the same smelly mask and tubing that you got when you started? Masks and tubing should be replaced regularly. You won't believe how much nicer it is to breathe in a new mask. It's healthier, too. Call Med1 today at 800-248-5882. With a new mask, you'll have fewer colds and sore throats. Do you snore when you're wearing your CPAP? If your CPAP is working as it should, you should never snore when you have the CPAP machine on. An old, worn-out mask causes leaks and will not allow your CPAP machine to operate at the correct pressure. Schedule an appointment to visit our sleep laboratory and bring your CPAP machine, and we'll do a free pressure check and give you a free CPAP tube. Sign up for our Sleep Smart Gold maintenance program, and your first mask is free. Call 800-248-5882.
Med1 Medical. Med1 Medical. Fajita!
Introducing Papa John's new Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza with onions and peppers, a new Southwestern pizza sauce. Choose marinated steak or grilled chicken for only $11.99. A large Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza, just $11.99. Call now or order online at papajohns.com. Play 100 Sizzlin' Days of Summer at papajohns.com for a chance to win a Chrysler Crossfire. See store or website for details. Limited delivery area charges may apply.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. We go to the 5th inning in a 2-2 ball game. It'll be Jason Nix, Josh Wilson, and Ryan Spilborghs. The 9-1 and 2 hitters due up in the Colorado Springs order. Coming into the 5th inning, Joe Saunders has yet to retire, the leadoff hitter. Gave up walks in the 1st and 2nd, a single in the 3rd. Carlos Rivera led off the 4th with the game-tying home run. Nix on the first pitch. It's a flare to right. Blakely coming on. That's going to fall in for a base hit. So 5 straight innings now for the leadoff hitter. And Nix, just a .236 hitter coming in, and 2 for 18 against Salt Lake pitching is 2 for 2. So the potential go-ahead run is out at first with nobody out as the struggles continue for Saunders. That'll bring up Josh Wilson, who has walked and been called out on strikes. Again, Joe trying for his 11th win of the year, trying to become the first 11-game winner in the PCL. First pitch to Wilson. He shows bunt, pushes it first base side. Myers off the bag to get it. Now comes to the line and applies the tag for the out. So Josh Wilson, the successful sacrifice. First baseman unassisted, and there's 1 out. But now Nix, the potential go-ahead run, is in scoring position now with 1 out. Brings up Ryan Spilborghs, who's been up twice and has walked twice. If he does get a win tonight, he would become just the 4th pitcher in franchise history to win 11 games in a season. Chris Bouchek won 11 in 2004 for the Stingers. Eddie Guardado traded by the Mariners to the Reds today, won 12 in 1994. Brian Cooper won 12 in 2001. Cooper now pitching for Fresno. First pitch to Spilborghs from Saunders. Swung on, chopped to the right side. Kendrick charging, gloving, and tossing to first for the out. On the play, Nix goes to third. So 2 away for Jeff Baker, who's grounded into a double play and singled. Our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the Bees' defensive alignment. Curtis Pride in left, Reggie Willits in center, Darren Blakely in right, Adam Pavkovich at third, Casey Smith at short, Howie Kendrick at second base, and Corey Myers at first. A battery of Joe Saunders pitching and Jeff Mathis catching. Again, Baker's grounded into a double play and singled. Runner at third, 2 out. Saunders from the windup. First pitch curveball just missed outside. Ball 1. 1-0 the count to the right-handed batter. Outfield deep, the infield back. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, tap foul at the third base side, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, all kids 14 and under. Stop by the Larry H. Miller Chevrolet location at 5650 South State Street in Murray and enter to win a chance to be the honorary bat kid at a Bees home game. The 1-1 to Baker. Fastball inside at the knees, 2-1. Larry H. Miller Chevrolet. After all, you know this guy. Of course, parents, you can stop by as well. Check out the new Chevrolets and sign up your youngster for a chance to be the honorary bat kid. Now the 2-1 pitch. A little bit low, ball 3. 3-1 the count. Ryan Sheely would be next. 3 balls, 1 strike. Saunders winds the pitch to Baker. Low, ball 4. And that is the 6th walk issued by Saunders, and that equals a season high. So now runners at first and third with 2 out, and Ryan Sheely will be the batter. RBI single in the first inning, popped to short in the third. So runners at the corners, 2 outs. The most walks ever issued by a Salt Lake pitcher in one game is 8. Set by Eddie Guardado in July of '94 at Colorado Springs. Since then equaled by Mark Redmond at Edmonton in July of '97 and Chris Butchek at Tacoma in June of '04. First pitch high and outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Juan Rivera is homered for the Angels in the second. They trail Oakland 2-1. 1 ball the count on Sheely. Now Saunders ready, the pitch. Strike on the outside half of the plate, knee high, and the count's even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The most walks issued by a pitcher in a game this year, 7 by Chris Butchek on April the 25th at Portland. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Sheely. Saunders deals. Swing and a foul back off the window of Suite 10 and back down into the lower deck. So the count on Sheely, 1-2. As the skies continue to darken around Franklin Covey Field. One ball, 2 strikes on Sheely. Big 6'5", 250-pound right-handed batter. Now Saunders ready, the 1-2 pitch. Instead, the toss to first, and Baker is back. One ball, 2 strikes, the count on Sheely. Saunders staring in, trying to get out of trouble here in the 5th. Now the left-hander sets. The kick, the 1-2. Curveball, low and inside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carlos Rivera, who homered his last time up, that tied the ball game, is on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Saunders ready, and the pitch to Sheely. Swung on, tapped toward short. Casey Smith charges, gloves, and flips to second base to get the force out on Baker, and that retires the side. So once again, Saunders wiggles off the hook. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We're halfway through the scheduled 9-rounder. It's the Bees 2, Colorado Springs 2 on ESPN 1230.
Whether you need a new refrigerator or you want to redecorate the family room, you'll find exactly what you need at R.C. Willey. Of course, you know that R.C. Willey has the area's largest selection of furniture, major appliances, flooring, and electronics. But you may not know that R.C. Willey also has everything you need to relax or entertain outdoors. Choose from a large variety of patio sets, lawn mowers, and barbecue grills. This season, R.C. Willey has everything you need for your home and patio. R.C. Willey, one place, so many possibilities.
Attention motorcycle and ATV riders dreaming of a new Yamaha motorcycle or ATV? Well, stop dreaming and start heading to Plaza Cycle for the huge Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event. Because right now, you can get payments as low as $89 a month for 24 months with 0 down on a huge selection of new Yamaha motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. You heard right. Payments as low as $89 a month plus 0 down for 2 full years on a new Yamaha. So visit Plaza Cycle today for the huge Get Out and Ride sales event. Because an optimistic this good won't last. Plaza Cycle at 1379 West, 3300 South, in the heart of Salt Lake Valley. Plaza Cycle, walk in, right out. On the Yamaha card, subject to credit approval through 8/31/06 on select new Yamaha motorcycles, excluding FJR models, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters, as low as $89 monthly payment for 24 months at 8.9% APR for amounts financed up to $10,000 if county cash current. Thereafter, the standard rate of 12.99% or 22.99% APR applying. Default rate 24.99%. Minimum finance charge $1. See dealer for ATV age restrictions. Yamaha recommended approved training course. Call 1-800-887-2887.
Bottom of the fifth inning, Curtis Pride, Howie Kendrick, and Mike Elwood to face right-hander Mike Esposito in a 2-2 ball game here in the bottom of the fifth. Curtis provided the Bees with their 2 runs with his 5th home run of the season. In the first inning, last time up, he tried to bunt his way on, but the catcher Conway went out to get the bunt and throw out Curtis at first base. Now the first pitch to Pride from Esposito, swung on and skied to left field. Coming in for it is Spilborg. Towards the line is there, and he'll put it away for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the fifth. Brings up Howie Kendrick, robbed of extra bases on a leaping catch by Barker in center field in the first. Retired on a 1-hopper back to Esposito. In the third, our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the Colorado Springs defensive alignment. Brian Spilborg, Sean Barker, and Jeff Baker in left, center, and right. We'll give you the infield after the first pitch to Howie Kendrick. And Esposito delivers. Kendrick hits a ground ball to short. Backhanded by Wilson. 2 pitches, 2 outs for Esposito. The Bees a little over-anxious at the plate. Tommy Whiteman at third. Josh Wilson at short. Jason Nix at second. And Ryan Sheely at first. The battery of Mike Esposito pitching. And Dan Conway catching. Here's Mike Elwood, 2 for 2 with a double and a single. He'll take as much time as he can take to get to the plate, probably take a pitch or two to give Joe Saunders a breather after struggling through yet another inning, but coming away without any runs being scored off of him. The first 2 batters have each been retired on the first pitch they faced. The pitch to Elwood here is in at the knees, is strike 0-1. And Elwood doubled in the first, singled in the third, giving him 14 hits and 23 at-bats against the Sky Sox. Now the 0-1. Swung on and a drive to deep left field. Spilborg going back. It is up the wall. Hitting the carom is Spilborg, and there's Mike Elwood with a double. 3 for 3. He is just wearing out Colorado Springs pitching. That's 15 hits in 24 at-bats. That'll bring up Jeff Mathis, who sliced a double into the right field corner. Again, the Bees getting a 2-out hit with nobody on base. Now Mathis again with a chance to put the Bees ahead with a 2-out base hit. Mathis has grounded a third and sliced a double into the right field corner his last time up. That is the 9th hit of the ball game for the Bees. 5 of them for extra bases. The pitch to Mathis. Strike at the knees, 0-1. They have 4 doubles plus the home run by Pride. 0-1 the count on Jeff. Now Esposito sets. Checks Elwood out at second base. The pitch. Low, ball 1. 1-1 the count. The outfield playing Mathis to pull towards left. One ball, 1 strike. Elwood trying to stretch his lead out as far as he can. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, driven into center field. Barker going back, still going back now, slows down and makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. We've played 5 and it remains the Bees 2, Colorado Springs 2 on ESPN 1230.
Come sit by Grandpa. I want to show you some old pictures.
Pictures?
Of your mommy when she was a little girl.
She was a little girl?
Sure was. See, that's her.
Who's that by Mommy?
Ooh, that's me.
You used to have hair on your head?
Yes, I did.
What happened to it?
Lost it.
Lost it?
Mm-hmm.
How come your hair was longer than Grandma's hair?
Well, sweetie, back then, having long hair was a personal expression.
What happened to your beard?
My beard? Lost that, too.
Oh.
There are moments that make life meaningful.
You've all sorts of stuff, Grandpa.
No kidding.
At Select Health, we want to help you enjoy each one. With our health and wellness programs, we're striving to help you stay fit and healthy through every stage of life and be right there with you as life unfolds.
Look, Grandpa, you used to be skinny.
Yeah, I think that's enough pictures for today.
And you wore funny bands.
Oh, this is a great idea.
To learn how we're working to make healthcare simpler for you, visit selecthealth.org. Select Health. Simply there.
SOS Staffing Services is a proud sponsor of Bees Baseball. Just like the Salt Lake Bees, SOS is Utah's hometown team. Based in Salt Lake City for over 32 years, SOS has 27 strategically placed Utah offices to draft Utah's top talent. SOS specializes in direct placement, temp to hire, and temporary employment in fields such as administrative, technical, production assembly, labor, and many more. So the next time your business needs a pinch hitter or a top draft pick, call SOS Staffing Services.
We head to the sixth inning. It's still a 2-2 ball game. The Bees have left 6 runners on in 5 innings, and they've all been in scoring position. Sky Sox have left 5 runners on base through 5 innings, 2 of them in scoring position. I don't know if it's a sign of rain to come, but the wind has started to pick up, and it's blowing straight in from right field. Here's Carlos Rivera, 1 for 2. He homered to lead off the 4th inning, and that's why we're tied at 2, as that evened up the score. Again, Joe Saunders has yet to retire the leadoff hitter in any of the innings so far. 2 walks and 3 hits. The first pitch to Rivera. Fastball low and inside to the left-handed batter, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes the count on the left-handed batter. Saunders pitch. Low, ball 2. 2-0 the count. It's also time for our 6th inning update of the Abra scoreboard. Again, this afternoon, Iowa defeated New Orleans in Des Moines 2-1. The 2-0 to Rivera. Low, ball 3. 3-0 the count. Tacoma at Tucson, postponed out of a doubleheader due to wet grounds at Tucson Electric Park. 3 balls, no strikes the pitch. Green light for Rivera, and he hits a 2-hopper to the second baseman, Kendrick. Sidearm to first for the out. Well, there's a gift. Carlos Rivera with a green light on 3-0. Hits a slow 2-bouncer to Kendrick. 1 away. That'll bring up Sean Barker, who has walked and reached on an error. At Round Rock in the 8th, the Express leading Albuquerque 7-0. They just keep rolling along with the best record in the PCL at 54-32 at the start of today's play. First pitch to Barker, chopped over the mound. The second baseman, Kendrick, on the 3rd hop has it. Quickly sidearms it over to first, and it's 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th. Brings up Dan Conway, who's grounded into a double play and walk. Omaha shuts out Oklahoma down at the Bricktown Ballpark 4-0. At Memphis in the 8th, the Redbirds trail Nashville 4-3. Las Vegas leads at Portland 2-0 in the 2nd. Andy LaRoche with his 3rd home run of the year for the 51s, and Sacramento leads at Fresno 1-0 in the 2nd. So 2 out, nobody on. The pitch to Conway. Fastball outside, ball 1. Bottom of the 8th at Chicago. The White Sox lead Baltimore 11-5. Jim Thome, 2 homers, including a grand slam. Jermaine Dye and A.J. Przinsky also go deep. Now the 1-0 pitch. Low for a ball, 2-0. At Kansas City, Mark Redmond and the Royals beat Toronto 6-2. Redmond's now won 6 in a row. One of the reasons Ozzie Guillen chose him as the lone Kansas City representative. Now the 2-0 pitch to Conway. Fastball down the middle is strike 2-1. After 2.5 in Oakland, the A's lead the Angels 2-1. Again, Juan Rivera with his 9th home run of the year. He's been swinging a hot bat of late. Now Saunders ready, the 2-1. Line drive over the glove and leaping Casey Smith into left center field. Willits over to get to it and hold Conway to a single. Hit number 6 in the ball game. Casey went up as high as he could get, but could not pull that one in. So a runner at first, 2 out for Tommy Whiteman, who's 0 for 2. Grounded into a double play his last time up. At Cleveland, New York, the winner, 10-4. And at Tampa Bay, Boston beat the Devil Rays 12-5. 2 home runs for the ex-Buzzman David Ortiz, including a grand slam in the 9th inning. First pitch to Whiteman is outside, ball 1. National League. Bottom of the 10th, Atlanta 7, Cincinnati 7. After the Reds scored 5 runs in the 9th to tie it. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on Whiteman. The pitch. Swing, a little tap foul at the first base side, 1-1. Bottom of the 8th at Houston. The Astros 4, the Cardinals 2. Bottom of the 2nd inning at Los Angeles, the Giants lead the Dodgers 3-0. In 11 innings at Washington, the Nationals edge Florida 8-7. Ryan Zimmerman, the game-winning RBI single in the bottom of the 11th. 1 ball, 1 strike. Saunders pitch. Whiteman grounds one back at third. Off the glove of Pavkovich, trickles behind him in the left field. And so now runners at first and second base with 2 outs. So Saunders retires the first 2 batters on ground balls, but now back-to-back Conway singles. Whiteman, that'll likely, and it is a base hit. As even if Pavkovich makes the backhanded play, there's not much of a chance that he'll get Whiteman. So now here's Jason Nix with a chance to put the Sky Sox out in front. He's 2 for 2 with a single to center in the 3rd and a base hit to right in the 5th. So 2 on, 2 out. 7 hits now for Colorado Springs. Saunders ready. The pitch to Nix. Low, ball 1. At Philadelphia, San Diego tops the Phillies 5-3. The Mets a winner at home over Pittsburgh 7-5. The Brewers shut out the Cubs 2-0. Chris Capuano the winner 10-4 over Greg Maddux 7-9. Now the 1 ball pitch to Nix from Saunders. Low, ball 2. 2-0 the count. And Saunders getting the first 2 batters out, something very different than what he's done so far tonight. But now the line drive single by Conway and the infield base hit for Whiteman. Runners at first and second, 2 out, and now the 2-0 pitch to Jason Nix. Swung on, ground ball to third, up with it, Pavkovich goes the short route for the force out on Whiteman at second base, and that retires the side. No runs, 2 hits, 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still the Bees 2, Colorado Springs 2 on ESPN 1230.
Athletes can't perform on an empty stomach.
Strike 1.
The Old Spaghetti Factory is the perfect place for your pre-game and post-game feasts, team parties, and more. Fill up our delicious homemade mouth-watering dishes. No one speaks the international language of yum like the Old Spaghetti Factory. Serving the best memories in town. It's the perfect place for any occasion. And now, featuring the amazing adventures of Wally the Trolley for our guests 10 and younger. Catch a ride with Wally and his trolley trio as they explore the world. Sign up for our Kids Club at www.osf.com. It's safe, simple, fun, and on your next birthday, lunch is on us. Conveniently located to serve you at Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem. Good food, good fun, and deliciously complete meals. The Old Spaghetti Factory is where to wind up. The Old Spaghetti Factory in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem.
Denny's works for me because I like bacon, sausage, and ham, usually at the same time. And I can get all that at Denny's for just a few bucks. I mean, you know, how many places can you still say that about? I can think of about 1.
Denny's is also the one place you can go for the new Extreme Grand Slam. It has more bacon and sausage than ever, plus 2 eggs, hash browns, and pancakes. One of 3 new Super Slams for just $5.99 each. Denny's.
Works for me.
Price and participation may vary for a limited time only.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's a 2-2 ball game. Casey Smith, Adam Pavkovich, and Corey Myers due up. For the Bees, Matt Hensley warming up in the bullpen. In the meantime, Jeff Salazar's come into the ball game and replacing Sean Barker out in center field. Now here's Casey Smith to lead things off. Casey so far tonight 0 for 2. He's grounded to short and bounced to second base. So Casey Smith to lead it off. Again, Matt Hensley throwing in the Bees bullpen. First pitch to Smith. Breaking ball low and inside. Ball one. He'll be followed by Adam Papkovich and then Corey Myers. In a 2-2 ball game here in the 6th inning. Now Esposito, the 1-0. Third ball low, ball two. 2-0 the count on Casey. Esposito, 1 strikeout, no walk so far in the game. Outfield, straight away. Now the pitch to Smith. Swinging a ground ball towards short. Wilson gobbles it up. The throw to first in plenty of time for the out as Casey goes after the 2-0 pitch and bounces out to short. Here's Adam Papkovich, 1 for 2. Single to center field, his first time up. Or I should say his last time up, but with runners at first and second, nobody out. Darren Blakely at the plate on a 3-2 count. Papkovich, who is going to be running with the pitch, left too soon and was eventually caught between second and third. Potentially taking the Bees out of a big inning. Now the pitch to Papkovich. Down low, ball one. 1-0 the count. Be on the lookout for the Geico Insurance run of the game. The first time after the 5th inning, the Bees score a run that adds to a lead. Geico Insurance will donate $25 to the Air Force Fund. The 1-0 pitch. Third ball, strike 1-1. Check your yellow pages to call your local Geico office today. So far this season, there have been 38 Geico Insurance runs, making the total donation $950. Now the 1-1 pitch to Papkovich. Third ball low, ball two. 2-1 the count. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Sky Sox. 2 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error for the Bees. Now the 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two ball game. Sky Sox got a run in the first. The Bees got a 2-run home run from Curtis Pride in the bottom of the first to take a 2-1 lead. The 2-2 to Papkovich, down low, ball 3. Fills the count at 3-2. Both teams had plenty of opportunities, but the Sky Sox able to tie it up in the 4th on a leadoff home run by Carlos Rivera. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch from Esposito. Swung on, lifted in the air towards center. Jeff Salazar there, and he'll put it away on the bill of the cap high catch for out number 2. 2 outs. Here's Corey Myers, who has doubled and singled in 2 plate appearances. And the Bees have left 6 runners on base, all of them in scoring position. Sky Sox have stranded 7. 3 in scoring position. They've also hit into 2 double plays and had a runner picked off. The 2 out, nobody on base. The pitch to Myers. Third ball low, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Corey, with Darren Blakely due next. Time called as Myers steps out. 2-2 ball game, bottom of the 6th inning. Now Esposito's pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. And the Bees coming into this game have won 4 out of 6 on the season against the Sky Sox, and they need a win tonight to avoid their first losing series at home this year. Myers takes low, ball 2 as they split the first 2 games. Of the 10 previous series, they've won 8 and split 2. 2 balls, 1 strike the count on Myers. Now Esposito's pitch. Lined into center field, he's 3 for 3. Laid on the roll, out in center field by Jeff Salazar. That'll bring up Darren Blakely, hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning, struck out swinging in the 4th. 3rd time in the last 4 innings, the Bees get a hit after they're 2 out and nobody on base. Bees come into this game with a 29-13 record at home, tied with Tucson for the best record at home this year. Round Rock is next at 29-14. And it's probably going to go to 30-14 as they lead Albuquerque 7-0 in the ninth. So runner at first base, Myers with 2 down for Darren Blakely. It's now a 7-2 game with the Isotopes still batting in the ninth. First pitch to Blakely. Curve inside, ball 1. Wind blowing in from right, so it's going to be tough to hit one out. And an eerie orange glow off the Wasatch Front around Mount Olympus, Olympus Cove area. The 1-0 pitch. Blakely swings and taps one foul over towards the first base dugout. The count on Blakely 1-1. And after this series, these two teams will still have 9 more games against one another. 4 at Colorado Springs, August 11th through 14th. 5 here, August 23rd through the 27th. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Blakely. The pitch. Swung on and lifted foul. Slicing out of play down the left field side and off the facing of the roof and into the upper deck. So the count on Darren Blakely, 1 ball and 2 strikes. In the 7th inning, it'll be the top of the order for the Sky Sox. And if Blakely's retired here, the Bees will have the top of their order up in the bottom of the 7th. As that wind continues to pick up and blow in from right field. Now the 1-2 delivery up and into the left-handed batter. 2-2 the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Esposito looks over at Myers at first. Now time called as Conway goes out to talk with Esposito. A 2-2 ball game, but seems like much of the night Esposito and Conway haven't been on the same page. There have been a lot of visits to the mound for catcher Dan Conway in this game. Now the home plate umpire, DJ Rayburn, goes out to speed the proceedings along. Vladimir Guerrero is homered in the 4th inning. The Angels and the A's now tied at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the right-hander Esposito ready to pitch. Swung on, chopped up the middle, backhanded for the second baseman Nix, who's flipped to second, is just in time to get Myers for the force out. And that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base as we go to the 7th. Still the Bees 2, Colorado Springs 2 on ESPN 1230.
Mountains West Ranches Recreational Properties has beautiful recreational and cabin properties conveniently located by Starvation Reservoir. They offer 5, 10, 20, 40, and 80-acre or larger parcels at reasonable pricing with guaranteed access and simple, easy owner, low-down, low-monthly financing. There's an abundance of wildlife, including deer and elk, that roam the property year-round. There are endless ATV trails, snowmobiling, hiking, boating, camping, fishing, horseback riding, spectacular views, and so much more. But most of all, you'll escape the rat race of the city and enjoy sheer peace, quiet, rest, and relaxation. Call us to schedule your appointment, 1-877-894-5658, or check our website at mwranches.com. Mountains West Ranches, where the air is clean, the skies are blue, the water is clear, and the magnificent views are waiting there for you to enjoy.
Hey, Bees fans, are you looking for a summer deal and a meal to satisfy your cravings? Stop by Wiener Schnitzels today for the 2 for $2.22 deal. Chili cheese dog and chili cheeseburger, only $2.22. Hurry in today. And while you're there, don't forget to cool down with the new Tasty Freeze Brownie Freezy. Chewy brownies mixed with creamy vanilla Tasty Freeze soft serve, topped with chocolate syrup. Wiener Schnitzel. It's the official hot dog of the Salt Lake Bees. Wiener Schnitzel, pushing the boundaries of taste.
We go to the 7th inning. Bees 2, Colorado Springs 2, and right-hander Matt Hensley comes on, making his 3rd appearance since rejoining the Bees. He's 1-0 with an ERA of 0, not allowing a run or a hit in 2 2/3 innings. He has struck out 2 and walked 1. Joe Saunders bulldogged his way through 6 innings. Obviously didn't have his stuff tonight, but somehow was able to escape, allowing only 2 runs on 7 hits. They were both earned in 6 innings, walking 6 and striking out 2. So it'll be a no decision for Joe Saunders tonight as he turns it over to the bullpen. The top of the order for the Sky Sox due up: Josh Wilson, Ryan Spilborghs, and Jeff Baker. Wilson has walked, taken a call, 3rd strike, and sacrificed. The first pitch is a fastball high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Time now for the Zions Bank 7th inning game summary after the 1-0 pitch from Hensley to Josh Wilson. Strike, the fastball at the knees, 1-1. For the Sky Sox, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. For the Bees, 2 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. And the Sky Sox have left 7 runners on base. The Bees have also stranded 7. Now the 1-1 pitch to Wilson. Off speed and just a little bit high, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Sky Sox 1 in the first, 1 in the fourth. The Bees getting both of their runs on Curtis Pride's home run in the first inning. That's your Zions Bank 7th inning game summary. At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. The 2-1 pitch to Wilson on the way. Swing and a foul. Back to the screen, and the count's even at 2-2. Matt Hensley, 6'2", 220 in his 6th year. 27 years old, out of San Diego. 10th round pick of the Angels in 2000 out of Grossmont College. Now Hensley sets the 2-2 pitch. Fastball high, and that fills the count at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Juan Rivera has hit his 2nd home run of the game. The base is empty. The Angels lead at Oakland now, 3-2 in the 4th. And the Angels starting today just 4 games behind Oakland now in the AL West. 3-2 payoff pitch is fouled back into the screen. Fastball in on the hands of Wilson, who's able to fight it off and foul it back. So we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Meanwhile, the lefty's up in the bullpen for the Sky Sox. Jaime Cerda. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch to Wilson from Hensley. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. No, foul tip in and out of the glove of Mathis. Thought he held onto it. You can see the ball pop out of his glove in front of home plate. So Wilson just barely stays alive at the plate. So we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cerda, the left-hander, throwing in the bullpen. The payoff pitch. Swinging a foul again as Wilson gets a piece of it. Again, Ryan Spilborghs, Jeff Baker to follow. A 2-2 ball game here in the 7th. Again, the winner takes this 3-game series. Rare 3-game series in the PCL, although the Bees will have another one tomorrow. So beginning tomorrow, 3-2 pitch. Wilson swings. Lifts it in the air towards right. The wind trying to push it away from Blakely on the run. Dives, tumbles, and hangs on for the out. What a play by Darren Blakely as a strong wind from right. Trying to take that away from him. Reached out, made the basket catch, tumbled head over heels, but was able to hang on for the first out of the inning. A fine play by Darren Blakely on most nights would be our Mountains West Ranches defensive play of the game, but right now that still belongs to Sean Parker, who made a tremendous catch to rob Howie Kendrick of extra bases. So here's Ryan Spilborghs, who's walked twice and grounded out. First pitch changeup is high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 2-2 ball game. Bees will have the top of their order due up in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch swung on, lifted in the air towards right. Blakely back at the edge of the track. He'll make the catch for the out. Earlier in the night, that one might have left the arm, but the flags blowing straight in from right field kept that one within play for Darren Blakely. So now 2 outs here in the 7th, and that'll bring up Jeff Baker. Grounded into a double play in the first, single to left in the 3rd, and walked in the 5th inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball, strike 1. No balls, one strike. Dan Johnson is homered for Oakland in the bottom of the fourth. The A's and the Angels now tied at 3-3. Already 4 home runs hit in that game. The 0-1 pitch is high, a ball, 1-1. All of them have been hit with the bases empty. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Baker. Now Hensley's pitch. Breaking ball, strike. 2 called at the knees, 1-2. Hensley facing Colorado Springs for the first time as he joined the Bees on that road trip while the team was in Sacramento. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on Baker as Hensley deals. Swung on, crushed up the alley in left center. Willett's a long run. He won't get to it as it bounces all the way to the fence. Baker to second base. He'll hold there with a 2-out double. So Jeff Baker with his 13th 2-bagger, and now the Sky Sox have the potential tie-breaking runner in scoring position with 2 outs for Ryan Sheely, who's 1 for 3. Drove in the first Sky Sox run with a base hit to left in the first inning. So 2 outs. The go-ahead run at second base. That's hit number 8 in the ball game for Colorado Springs. So 2 out, a runner at second base. Again, the lefty Cerda throwing in the Colorado Springs bullpen. So Hensley looking in, getting his sign from Mathis. The first pitch to Sheely. Inside at the knees, a change-up, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Outfield around towards left. Now Hensley ready. From the belt, the 1-0. Into the dirt, a breaking ball, and it's 2-0. Carlos Rivera, the designated hitter, is due next. Again, Tacoma postponed tonight because of wet grounds in Tucson, so the Bees, where the win would be 3 up on the Rainiers, 2 up if they were to fall tonight. The 2-0 pitch to Sheely. Fastball high, ball 3. 3-0 the count with Rivera due next. Nothing's come easy. No 3 up, 3 down innings for the Bees pitching staff so far in this game. Three balls, no strikes. See if Sheely gets the green light on 3-0. Doesn't matter. It's low, ball 4. 7th walk issued by Bees pitching in the ball game. So now runners at first and second. And Rivera, the batter, he tied the game up in the 4th inning with that leadoff home run off of Joe Saunders. Wind continuing to howl around Franklin Covey Field. I think Rivera's home run stays in the yard if this wind was blowing then as it is now. Runners at first and second base. 2 out. Here in the 7th, the 2-2 game. The pitch to Rivera, grounded sharply up the middle and past the diving Casey Smith into center. Rounding third, Baker coming home. The throw cut off at the mound. It's an RBI base hit for Carlos Rivera, and it's 3-2 Colorado Springs. And again, this happened after there were 2 out and nobody on base. And so now runners at first and second. The Sky Sox leading 3-2. And here's Jeff Salazar batting for the first time. Salazar comes in batting .291, 5 doubles, 4 triples, 2 homers, and 18 runs batted in. So far here in this series, he's 3 for 9, 5 for 25 against Bees pitching on the year. Hensley delivers a strike from the outside corner at the knees, 0-1 as Rivera picked on the first pitch for that RBI single. So the Sky Sox are the ones who finally cash in after each team has had opportunity after opportunity. Hensley ready, and the 0-1 to Salazar. Pop foul coming back. The wind will push this one well out of play into the upper deck. The count on Salazar 0-2. And the Bees have the top of their order 2 up in the bottom of the inning, just like the Sky Sox did here in the top of the inning. Well, another home run, this time Nick Swisher with a man on. The A's lead the Angels 5-3 in the fourth. Home run derby at the Coliseum. Shealy at second, Rivera at first. Time called. And Carlos Rivera has now driven in 2 of the 3 runs in the ball game for the Sky Sox. Now Hensley ready. The 0-2 to Salazar. Swing and a miss. To the splitter, he struck him out, and that retires the side. But the Sky Sox take the lead. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and 2 runners left on base. 7th inning stretch time brought to you by America First Credit Union. For any financial needs, come to America First Credit Union, where members come first. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Sky Sox 3, the Bees 2 on ESPN 1230.
Paulie Colosimo here.
Yo, along with Joey as always. So, Paulie, tell the folks why we're so excited for spring to get here.
That's easy. So we can sunbathe in our Speedos, right?
Well, I do enjoy that. And with the packs we have, the ladies enjoy it too. But that's not what I had in mind.
Oh, well, you must be talking about grilling some of our Magnifico Colosimo sausages then.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Paulie.
Bada bing.
When most people think about grilling, they think about chicken or steaks. But those are wimp meat.
Yeah, if you want something with real taste and real kick, you gotta go with authentic Colosimo sausages on the grill.
Oh, yeah.
Some nice thick brats, a mild Italian or Tuscan. Just thinking about it makes me saliva ache.
Yeah, some hot Italian, which kind of reminds me of us in our Speedo.
A couple of hot Italians. You got that right, Joey.
Colosimo sausage. The sausage people. Now available at Dan's, Macy's, and Smith's.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Come on, what do you want? Well, I don't know what I want for breakfast because I can't think before I have breakfast. What? How do I decide what I want for breakfast if I can't think until I get breakfast? You'll have a number 1 with a large coffee?
Snap out of it with a delicious bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle sandwich from McDonald's. And if you need more help in the morning, visit McMornings.com.
Like you read my mind. It's a pretty short book.
At participating McDonald's.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and left-hander Jaime Cerda comes on to pitch now for the Sky Sox, making his 30th appearance of the year. In 39 innings, he's given up 39 hits, 25 runs, 24 of them earned. He has struck out 35 and walked 23. Cerda 2-3 with a 5.54 earned run average. The PCL batting .257 against left-hander Jaime Cerda. It'll be Dan Conway, or rather for the Bees, it'll be the top of the order due up. Starting with Reggie Willits, then Curtis Pride. And then Howie Kendrick. So Cerda on. Esposito, like Saunders, struggled through 6 innings. Gave up 10 hits, 2 runs, both earned, struck out 1, did not walk a batter. So here's Willits, 1 for 3, grounded out to second base, his last time up. Right-handed batter. The pitch up high, ball 1. Interesting to note that Willits, while batting 100 points higher as a left-handed batter, he's actually a natural right-handed hitter who didn't start switch hitting until his senior year of high school. The 1-0 pitch on the way. A little looper back to second, and a leaping catch by Nix going to his right for out number 1. 1 away. That'll bring up Curtis Pride, who's 0 for 2. So 1 out, nobody on. Some lightning to the south. So 1 out, nobody on base. Now the left-hander ready. The pitch. Swung on and sliced foul out of play. The upper deck behind third base. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. He's now trailing 3-2 on the run-scoring single by Carlos Rivera. He's trying to avoid their first losing series at home this season. The 0-1 pitch, a fastball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Howie Kendrick, 2 next. Activity now in the Colorado Springs bullpen as a right-hander is up. Now Serta ready, the 0-2. Breaking ball into the dirt, 1-2 the count on Curtis, who provided the Bees with their 2 runs with a home run to left center field in the first off Mike Esposito. And maybe the youngster Manuel Corpas throwing in the bullpen. Meanwhile, there's activity on the Bees side as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Pride. Serta's pitch, fastball inside, ball 2. 2-2 the count. Marcus Gwynn up in the Bees bullpen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the left-hander ready. Serta comes set on the pitch to Pride. Strike 3 call to the inside corner at the knees, and Curtis can't believe it. 2 outs here in the 7th inning, and that'll bring up Howie Kendrick, who's 0 for 3. Grounded out to short his first time up. All right, not very happy at all about that one. And now here's Kendrick, trying to avoid his first 3 straight hitless game of the season. He's 0 for 3 tonight. The pitch from Serta. Into the dirt, ball 1. 1-0 the count with Mike Elward 2 next. Kendrick 1 for 2 with a triple against Serta this year. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Serta sets, and the 1-0 pitch to Kendrick. Strike in the outside corner, just under the belt, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Serta ready. The pitch. Line drive, left field, base hit. Played on the hop by Ryan Spilborghs, and Kendrick's aboard with a 2-out single. As the Bees, for the 4th time now, don't get the inning started until a hit after 2 outs. But then again, that's how the Sky Sox got their run in the top of the inning after 2 outs and nobody on. Here's Mike Elward. 2 doubles and a single in 3 at-bats tonight. 15 for 24. A .625 average against the Sky Sox this year. So the tying run at first. And it looks like Tom Runnels is not going to let Elward face the left-handed pitching Serta. So that's going to be all for Serta. A new pitcher coming on now for Colorado Springs. We'll give you the numbers on the new pitcher right after this. 1-minute timeout for a pitching change on ESPN 1230.
Zions Bank has absolutely free checking. This means it's absolutely free of hidden fees. Our absolutely free checking comes with absolutely free unlimited check writing and absolutely free online banking and bill pay. All this along with a Visa credit card, an absolutely free Visa debit card, and enrollment in Zions Cash Rewards. We appreciate you, so we want to absolutely free you from hassle with all our absolutely free branches and ATMs available throughout both Utah and Idaho. After all, when all is said and done, the best things in life are, well, family, love, and sharing. Because although our absolutely free checking is absolutely fantastic, hopefully it's not absolutely the best thing in your life.
Hi, I'm Tom Green, branch manager at the Zions Bank Freeway office. Right now, when you open a free checking account, we'll give you an absolutely free box of checks.
Zions Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply. See branch for details. Credit approval required to obtain Visa credit card.
Right-hander Manuel Corpas comes on for the 5th time in a Sky Sox uniform in 4 1/3 innings. He's given up 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned. It was a home run, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, no decisions, and a 2.08 earned run average. He'll be facing Elwert for the first time this year. The one home run that he's given up this year was hit by Ryan Buddy, who's still getting treatment on his infected knee. So here's Elwert. Again, good speed at first base. Outfield playing deep, trying to prevent a ball from getting through the gap and scoring the tying run. Corpus ready. The pitch to Elwert. Fastball strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Kendrick, 11 out of 14 in the stolen base department this year. Now Corpus ready, and the 0-1 pitch to Elwert. Low and outside, a ball, 1-1 the count. 3-2 Sky Sox here in the 7th. Bees trying to come back after the Sky Sox took the lead in the top of the inning. A runner at first, 2 out. The 1-1 pitch to Elwert. Slider just a little bit low, ball 2. 2-1 the count on Mike. Wind blowing in from right field. Could possibly help a ball to left. Blow it to where the fence is closer. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now Corpus ready, the pitch. Going on, broken bat chopper toward short. Wilson scoops it up and throws on the run to get Elwert, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. 1 runner left on the base paths as we go to the 8th. Colorado Springs 3 and the Bees 2 on ESPN 1230.
Mike, that'll say it's time. What's he talking about? He's always making these big promises. McDonald's makes it easy for you to find fortune. Just check out Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Man's Chest now in theaters. Then get a Big Mac sandwich, peel the tab, find the code, and you could win great riches like a new Volvo. It's easy to win. Unlock it.
No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada. 13 or older. Game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. A while distribution supplies last. Car game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:31:06. See official rules inside participating McDonald's or at playatmcd.com for complete details. Void prohibited.
Hershey's presents the Soul to Soul 2 Tour, starring Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. It's been 6 long years. Now the wait is over. By overwhelming demand, a second show added. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill in the round. A combined over 60 million records sold and 35 #1 singles. Electrifying performances by Tim and Faith in the concert event of the year. 2 superstars, 1 stage. A night you'll never forget. Tickets are on sale now at the Delta Center box office, Ticketmaster. Charge by phone or get them at Ticketmaster.com. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Don't miss Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. Presented by Hershey. Produced by AEG Live and Outback Concerts.
Marcus Gwynn comes on for the Bees as we head to the 8th inning. It's a 3-2 Colorado Springs lead. Marcus making his 30th appearance of the year. In 37 innings, he's given up 38 hits, 24 runs, 19 of them earned. He has struck out 27 and walked 21. Gwynn 1-1 with a 4.62 earned run average. The PCL batting .259 against right-hander Marcus Gwynn. So it'll be Dan Conway, Tommy Whiteman, and Jason Nix to face Gwynn. Conway 1 for 2 with a single his last time up. First pitch to Conway. Low, ball 1. Final line on Matt Hensley, who's now the pitcher of record in this game. 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 run earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. As the Sky Sox did the damage after there were 2 out and nobody on base. The 1-0 to Conway. Breaking ball, strike at the knees, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom third of the order for the Sky Sox here in the 8th. Now Gwynn sets the pitch. Starts after it, held up, and the pitch missed low. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. Infield back, the outfield. A couple of steps around towards left. The pitch. Striking at the knees, 2-2. Gwynn with one appearance against the Sky Sox over on the Front Range. Gave up 2 hits and an unearned run in 1 inning with 1 walk and no strikeouts. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Conway. Now Gwynn delivers. Swung on, little flare, shallow right center. That's going to fall in for the base hit. And for the 6th time in 8 innings, the Sky Sox get their leadoff man on base. And they continue to dink and dunk the Bees in this one. That is their 10th hit of the ball game, and that'll bring up Tommy Whiteman, who's 1 for 3, reached on an infield single his last time up. Everybody expecting him to bunt as Papkovich comes in at third. Now Gwynn ready. Whiteman squares. The pitch is bunted out in front of the plate. Mathis, the bare hand pickup, throws to second. They get the out there. And so a fielder's choice, 2-6, as Mathis pounced on that one in a hurry. The throw into the dirt, but scooped up nicely by Casey Smith. Wanted to go to first base, but realized that Whiteman was hustling down the line and he had no chance for the double play. But a heads-up play by Jeff Mathis, and that'll bring up Jason Nix, 2 for 3. That is just another example of why Jeff has twice been the Angels minor league defensive player of the year. So runner at first base, 1 out. Nix the batter. Now Gwynn's delivering, and it's into the dirt, gets away from Mathis, and they get the runner moved up anyway. And for Gwynn, that is his 13th wild pitch of the year. And that's a personal high. And in the scheme of things for the Bees franchise, that ties Sean Bryant in 1994 for the most wild pitches in a single season. And it's only July 6th. So a huge insurance run now at second base with 1 out. And Jason Nix at the plate with a 1-ball count. Want to know the count? Gwynn threw 11 last year for a career high, but he's already at 13 this season. Gwynn ready. The 1-0 to Nix. Into the dirt, and a good stop by Mathis. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. He's trailing 3-2 here in the 8th. Now Gwynn ready, checks the runner Whiteman out at second base. The 2-0 pitch to Nix. Swinging a foul off the top of the screen, and the count's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike the count on Nix. So again, Marcus Gwynn has tied the franchise record for most wild pitches in a season at 13. 2-1 the count. Again, he'll check the runner Whiteman at second base. The 2-1 pitch home. Swung on and sliced down the right field line. Twisting foul and well out of play. So the count on Nix is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the order, and Josh Wilson is due next. The Bees in the bottom of the 8th will have Mathis, Smith, and Papkovich due up. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Nix. Gwynn ready. The tick and the pitch. Swung on, and it's a base hit into right field. Played on the hop by Blakely. They're going to put the stop sign up for Whiteman at third as the throw comes into the plate on 2 hops. So Nix has his 3rd hit of the game, but now the Sky Sox have runners at the corners with 1 out. And the batter will be Josh Wilson. Well, the Bees infield has already turned 3 double plays in this game. They could use a 4th right here. Wilson has walked and scored in the first. Called out on strikes in the third. A sacrifice bunt in the fifth and flied out to right in the seventh. Hits are now even at 11 apiece. So now Gwynn ready. Infield at double play depth. The pitch. Popped him up on the infield. Who's going to take it? Coming down the line, Myers in first base. In foul ground, has it for the out. 2 down. Now here's Ryan Spilborghs, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of walks. Since the 2 walks in the first and in the third, he has grounded to second and fly to right field. Spilborghs has not yet faced Gwynn this year. So runners at first and third, 2 out. Now Gwynn ready. The first pitch to Spilborghs. Breaking ball, and it's an ease for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. 3-2 Colorado Springs. We're in the 8th. Gwynn ready. From the stretch, the 0-1. Fastball, strike 2 call to the inside corner at the knees. A little bit surprised that Nix hasn't been running here. He's 10 out of 13 in stolen bases, a career success rate percentage of over 70%. No balls, 2 strikes, the count on Spilborghs. Gwynn ready. And the pitch to the plate. Started after it, held up on a breaking ball low and outside. Ball 1. 1-2 the count. Gwynn trying to work out of trouble here in the 8th. Marcus comes set. The 1-2 pitch to Spilborghs. Swinging a ground foul back into the left of home plate, and it remains 1-2. Gwynn ready on the hill. Toes the rubber on the far first base side of the hill. Or of the pitching rubber. Now Gwynn sets. The 1-2. Chop to the right side. Kendrick far to his left. Can't get to it. It's into right field. A base hit. In to score is Whiteman. On to third goes Nix on the seeing eye ground ball by Spilborghs, and it's now a 4-2 Colorado Springs lead. Spilborghs' 19th run batted in, and that'll bring up Jeff Baker. So a huge insurance run. Now Baker the batter. The pitch. Up high, snap throw to first, and safe on a close play is Spilborghs. 1 ball, no strikes. Umpires in the green seats don't like the call. 1-0 the count on Baker. Gwynn ready, the pitch. Swinging a foul, back off the screen, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Bees will have to try to come up with some come-from-behind heroics in the late innings for a second straight night if they're to avoid their first losing series at home this year. The pitch down the middle is strike 1 and 2. And if it does happen, it would happen against the team with the 3rd worst record in the league. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gwynn ready, and the pitch to Baker. Strike 3 called on the outside corner at the knees, but the Sky Sox get a big insurance run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 runners were left on the base paths as we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's Colorado Springs 4, the Bees 2 on ESPN 1230.
Somebody must have been in an accident that wasn't their fault. Because Keith Barton just hit that one out of the park.
I'm Keith Barton, and I know when you've been injured in an accident, you need an attorney that will go to bat for you and get you the money you deserve. You need the money quick because you have bills to pay. So the next time you're in an accident, you know what to do. Call in the big hitter. That's me, Keith Barton. It's just that easy to pick up the phone and call us at our new number, 801-IT'S-EASY.
Action Man, why are we letting those plumbers go ahead of us to bid on a new air conditioner?
Because, Action Dog, so-and-so Radiflex could ahead of you guys. Be my guest, my shady and deliberately tricksy friend. Whatever. So, Action Dog, we let them go ahead because at Action, we're always the lowest price and always the best.
You sure are smart, Action Man. By going last, the customer will know for certain that we are the lowest price.
That's right, Action Dog, the lowest price and the finest quality. Yeah.
Action Man, you may be smart, but you're also a little creepy.
At Action, we offer the lowest price in Salt Lake on your air conditioning system without compromising quality. We are so confident that we recommend you have Action bid on your new air conditioning system last. Listen to this. Right now, Action will fully install a highly efficient 13-SEER air conditioning and filtration system for only $21.45. This is not a joke, but to take advantage of this $21.45 offer, you have to contact us right away because these 13-SEER air conditioners are limited and installation spots are filling up fast. Take action now and call Action at 363-5575. That's 363-5575.
We go now to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Bees now have a 2-run hill to climb. At 4-2, it'll be Jeff Mathis, Casey Smith, and Adam Pavkovich, 2 up against Manuel Corpus, who begins his first full inning of work. Came on in the 7th inning with a runner at first, 2 out to retire Mike Elward on a ground ball to short. So Jeff Mathis to start things off here in the 8th inning as the Bees trail 4-2. They've been out hit 12-11. Corpus ready, and the first pitch to Mathis. Breaking ball down low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. The outfield straight away, the infield back except Whiteman at third. The 1-0 pitch swung on and sharply grounded but foul outside the bag at first, 1-1. Time now for a look ahead at what's on the road for the Bees, brought to you by Big O Tires, a reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires. And the Bees hit the road right after the All-Star break next Thursday. A 4-game trip to Sacramento, followed by 4 at Fresno. The 1-1 pitch to Mathis. Breaking ball low, ball 2. And the Bees need a base runner to bring the tying run to the plate. 2-2. That wind that was blowing hard in from right field has died down, and no breeze at all here at the ballpark. The 2-1 pitch. Mathis grounds one foul. Up the third base side, and the count's even at 2-2. Jaime sort of started the 7th, went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 1 hit, no runs with a strikeout. Two balls, 2 strikes. Corpus, the third pitcher employed by manager Tom Runnels tonight for Colorado Springs. The 2-2 pitch to Mathis. Up and in as he hits the deck to get out of the way. Ball 3. Tried to lean out of the way, and then he lost his balance and hit the deck. So the count full now on Mathis at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Casey Smith, Adam Pavkovich to follow. Now Corpus ready. The payoff pitch to Mathis. Swinging a ground ball towards the hole. Knocked down by the shortstop Wilson. Picks it up but has no play. And will likely go as an infield single. And the Bees have the leadoff man aboard here in the 8th. Good effort by Wilson going far to his right. Got a glove on it but could not corral it. So a runner at first base. Nobody out for Casey Smith. 0 for 3 in the ball game. Retired on 3 ground balls. So a runner at first base. Nobody out. Casey 0 for 1 against Corpus this year. Matter of fact, until that hit by Mathis, the only other hit off Corpus for the Bees this year was that home run on the 28th by Ryan Buddy with 2 men on base. The pitch, Smith swings and taps it foul behind home plate. Strike one. No balls, 1 strike the count. Adam Pavkovich due next. 0-1 the count. Wonder if Ryan Harper might think about a little hit and run action here. Casey Smith, probably the best hit and run batter on the team. The 0-1 swung on and popped straight up behind the mound. The shortstop Wilson calling for it, and he'll glove it for the out. So Smith retired, 1 away. That'll bring up Adam Pavkovich, who's 1 for 3. Singled back in the 4th inning. Pavkovich 0 for 1 against Corpus. If I'm reading the radar correctly, the big storm that was coming through passed to the south and missed the yard. We hope that's the case anyway. First pitch to Pavkovich now from Corpus. Low ball 1. Mike Napoli has hit his 11th home run of the year for the Angels in the 6th. They now trail Oakland 5-4 in a game that's seen 6 home runs. All 4 Angels runs coming on solo shots. 2 by Juan Rivera, 1 each for Vladimir Guerrero and Mike Napoli. 1-0 the count. The pitch. Line drive left field, base hit. Played on 1 hop by Ryan Spilborg. So the Bees now with runners at first and second base with 1 out. That'll bring up Corey Myers, who's 3 for 3 in the game. A double and 2 singles. So the Bees trying to come back here in the bottom of the 8th. Runners at first and second, 1 out. And Chuck Niffen, the pitching coach for the Sky Sox, going to the mound to talk with Corpus. And so far this year has allowed that 1 home run in 4 1/3 innings. Came into this season having allowed only 16 in 289 career innings. Only 2 last year in 69 innings at Class A Modesto. The 23-year-old right-hander getting 1 last word of encouragement from catcher Dan Conway as the pitching coach Niffen heads back to the third base dugout. Mathis at second, Pavkovich at first. Infield, still a double play depth. Myers again, 3 for 3 in the ball game. Looking for his first 4-hit game of the season. Now Corpus ready, and the pitch to Corey. Curveball, strike at the knees, 0-1. Aaron Blakely is on deck. Boy, that insurance run in the top of the inning certainly looms large right now. No balls, 1 strike the count on Myers as Corpus delivers. Swing and a miss out in front of an off-speed pitch, and the count's 0-2. Myers 0 for 2 with a strikeout against Corpus this year. Nothing in 2 the count on Myers. Now the right-hander ready. And the 0-2 pitch to Corey. Low and outside, a breaking ball. 1-2 the count on Myers as they tried to get Corey to go fishing on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The outfield straight away for Myers. Now Corpus stares in, gets his sign. The right-hander ready. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a foul. Looked like Corpus came down from the side a little bit there, but Myers able to foul it back into the screen. 1-2 the count. 4-2, Sky Sox were in the 8th. It was a 2-2 ball game. Both teams plenty of chances to break through, but the Sky Sox did first with one in the 7th and another one in the 8th. Now Corpus ready, and again the 1-2 pitch to Myers. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. He struck him out. 2 down. First strikeout for Corpus, just the 3rd for Colorado Springs pitching in the ball game. And now it's up to Darren Blakely to keep the inning going. He was hit by a pitch in the 2nd, struck out swinging in the 4th, and bounced into an inning-ending fielder's choice in the 6th. At the very least, though, the Bees will have the top of the order due up in the bottom of the 9th. Even better, though, if Blakely can get on and drive in a run here. Mathis at second base, Pavkovich at first, in that alignment. Adam carrying the tying run in his back pocket. 2 on, 2 out. Both bullpens are quiet. Corpus ready, and the first pitch to Blakely. Fastball away, ball 1 to the left-handed batter. And Darren 2 for 4 last night in his Salt Lake debut. In his first game in 2 weeks since his release from Double-A Birmingham by the White Sox. 1-0 the count on Blakely. The second baseman Nix about a step back on the right field grass. 1-0 pitch to Blakely. Change up outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Blakely. Blakely, let's hope, I think. And he's up there to take a strike. Let's see how the Bees play it. Corpus ready. And the 2-0 pitch. Swinging away, and he taps it foul behind home plate. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the Bees started the night 2.5 up on Tacoma. Tacoma washed out of a doubleheader. So the Bees will either pick up a half game or drop a half game, depending on the outcome of this one. 2 balls, 1 strike the count on Blakely. Corpus ready, and the right-hander's pitch. Swinging a ground foul over towards the first base dugout, and so Corpus has battled back after falling behind 2-0 to even the count at 2-2. In their half of the 9th, the Sky Sox will have Sheely, Rivera, and Salazar, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, due up. Two balls, 2 strikes. Now Corpus ready. The 2-2 pitch to Blakely. Loop foul, third base side. It's going to make its way into the upper deck. So we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Blakely checking his bat to make sure that it's still in one piece. Taps the knob of the bat on the ground. Is convinced that it's still whole. Two balls, 2 strikes. Mathis at second. Pavkovich at first. Now Corpus nods in agreement with a sign from Conway. The right-hander ready. And the 2-2 pitch to Blakely. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Conway for the strikeout, and that retires the side. No runs, 2 hits, 2 more left on base. The Bees have stranded 10 through 8. We go to the 9th. Colorado Springs 4, the Bees 2 on ESPN 1230.
Somebody must have been in an accident that wasn't their fault. Because Keith Barton just hit that one out of the park.
I'm Keith Barton, and I know when you've been injured in an accident, you need an attorney that will go to bat for you and get you the money you deserve. You need the money quick because you have bills to pay. So the next time you're in an accident, you know what to do. Call in the big hitter. That's me, Keith Barton. It's just that easy to pick up the phone and call us at our new number, 801-IT'S-EASY.
Self-employed borrowers often pay too much for a loan. Hi, this is Scott Borstra with Alta Mortgage Group. If you're like most self-employed people, you make great money, but you have a difficult time proving it. Well, Alta Mortgage Group has a solution for you. It's called the PDQ loan for self-employed borrowers. Here's how it works. It offers the same great rate that our customers with full documentation get, but you don't have to show me any income proof to get it. Just your good credit score and a 2-year work history will get you the purchase or refinance you're looking for. We can originate self-employed loans up to $3 million with no proof of income. Just call me at 628-9400. That's 628-9400. Or visit us on the web at altamortgagegroup.com.
Alta Mortgage Man is my hero. And he's my dad, too.
I'll be happy to look into your situation and tell you if you qualify. Just call 628-9400. Alta Mortgage Group, saving the world one loan at a time.
We go to the ninth inning. It's 4-2, Colorado Springs. Ryan Sheely, Carlos Rivera, Jeff Salazar, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up in the Colorado Springs batting order. A 4-2 ball game, 7,094 the official paid attendance here tonight at the ballpark. And so the Bees hoping that they have some more magic in the bottom of the ninth tonight. However, first things first, they have to get through the top of the inning. Ryan Sheely, 1 for 3 with an RBI single back in the first inning to put the Sky Sox ahead 1-0. So ready to go. Marcus Gwynn beginning his second inning of relief. The pitch. Swinging a high, towering fly ball, shallow right. Blakely coming on, still coming on, and he makes the running catch for the out, 1 away. Nate Field, the closer for the Sky Sox, throwing in the bullpen. Here's Carlos Rivera, who's had 2 big hits in this one. A home run in the 4th that tied it, and an RBI single in the 7th that put the Sky Sox ahead. So he's 2 for 4. So 1 out, bases empty. Quinn's pitch, and Rivera takes high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Jeff Salazar due next as Gwynn deals. Swung on, sharply hit to short. Grabbed by Casey Smith, throws to first for the out. 2 up, 2 down. Nice play by Casey on a sharply hit ball that seemed to have some English on it. Here's Salazar. Struck out swinging in his first plate appearance in the 7th inning. Again, the Bees will have the top of the order due up in the bottom of the 9th. Willits, Pride, and Kendrick. They'll need at least 1 batter to get on base to bring the tying run to the plate. First pitch to Salazar. Swung on line and scooped up by Corey Myers off his shoot top to retire the side. And there's your first. Keith Martin and Associates, 1-2-3 inning. It's just that easy. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's Colorado Springs 4, the Bees 2 on ESPN 1230.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the tire with the best warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. When it's time for your next pair of Bees baseball game tickets, do you want free tickets and a chance to win $50,000? Then get to Big O Tires for an entry form and details. No purchase necessary. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on Big O Tires.
Hi, Stock Exchange? Hi. Can I speak with a bell ringer? Yeah, the person who rings that morning bell. Oh, well, I have an announcement to make. Oh, see, I need to tell everyone on the exchange floor that I'm selling my home. Yeah, that's right. I'm selling my home. Oh, well, I need the Dow to stay up. Give those stockbrokers a little added motivation, keep the economy moving so my home will sell faster. Well, it can't hurt.
Okay, so you can't influence the economy, but choosing a Coldwell Banker residential brokerage agent will help you get the best price for your home, no matter what the market conditions are. Coldwell Banker agents are the most well-trained real estate professionals in the business. They're at the cutting edge of local and national market trends. They use the most advanced marketing tools in the industry, and they specialize in strategically positioning your home so it sells on your terms. Get every advantage when you sell your home.
Yep, still me. Still holding for that bell ringer person.
Call a Coldwell Banker professional in your neighborhood or visit utahhomes.com. Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage is owned and operated by NRT Incorporated.
Well, Nate Field comes on to try to close it out for the Sky Sox, his 31st appearance of the year. In 30 1/3 innings, he's given up 38 hits, 17 runs, 16 of them earned. He has struck out 33 and walked 3. Field 2-2 with a 4.75 earned run average. He has converted 14 out of 17 save opportunities. PCL batting .304. One of his 3 blown saves was here last night. Manuel Corpus, an inning and a third, 2 hits, no runs. Struck out 2 and did not walk the batter. Again, it'll be Willits, Pride, and Kendrick 2 up. Again, the Bees needing a batter to reach base. And Field has only faced 3 batters in 2 appearances against Salt Lake. First pitch to Willits is down the middle of strike, 0-1. Spilborn, Salazar, and Baker in left, center, and right. Whiteman, Wilson, Nixon, Shealy, the infield third to first. A battery of Field pitching and Conway catching. Whiteman in tight at third, in on the infield grass. The 0-1 curveball is low, and the count 1-1. Field last year with Kansas City and with Omaha, but only appeared in 23 games as he missed 2.5 months of the season with a fractured middle finger on his right hand near his fingernail. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. Low, ball 2. 2-1, the count on Willits. No decision with an ERA over 9 in 7 appearances for Kansas City. 1-0, 4.91 for Omaha. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count. The 6'2 right-hander delivers. Swing and a foul, back to the screen, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Field originally signed by Montreal in June of '98 out of Fort Hays State in Kansas. Field was not drafted out of school. The 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Willits. Field ready, the pitch. Inside, fills the count at 3-2. Again, the Bees need a base runner to bring the tying run to the plate. Full count on Willits, trying to get something started. He's 1 for 4 in the ball game. Field ready, the payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled. Third base side, over the roof and out of play. Singled and scored in the first. Grounded into a double play in the second. Bounced to second in the fourth and lined out to the second baseman, Nixon, the 7th. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Willits. Field ready, again the payoff pitch. Line to the center field, a base hit. Salazar over to get to it, and Willits is aboard with a leadoff single. His second hit of the ball game, and now here's Curtis Pride, who's 1 for 4. Hit that 2-run home run in the first. Since then, he's been thrown out trying to bunt his way on by the catcher Conway. Slide to left and taken a called third strike that he was less than thrilled about. For the Bees, Matt Wilhite is up in the bullpen, just in case there's a 10th inning. Infield, double play depth for Curtis as Field delivers. Low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Again, Old Glory hanging limp on the flagpole and left. No wind to help, no wind to hinder. The batters. Now Field ready, and the 1-0 pitch to Pride. Up high, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Curtis. Field with 14 saves, tied with Memphis's Brian Falkenborg for third in the league, 1 behind Brad Klontz of Albuquerque and Jason Carnuth of Sacramento. But Carnuth has left the River Cats, looking to sign on with a different ball club. 2 balls, no strikes, the count on Pride. The pitch sharply hit, but right at the shortstop Wilson. The second one to first 2. A rocket, but right at Josh Wilson. And so now 2 outs here in the 9th inning. That'll bring up Howie Kendrick, who's 1 for 4. Single to left his last time up. Second double play turned by the Sky Sox, who are second in the league and turning 2. So now 2 outs, and the Bees down to their last out. The pitch to Kendrick. Low, ball 1. Curtis taking a hack at the 2-0 pitch and hitting it hard, but unfortunately for the Bees, on the ground and right at Josh Wilson. The 1-0 pitch. Kendrick pops it up. Shallow right. Nicks the second baseman there, and the ball game is over. And the Sky Sox take 2 out of 3 from the Bees. The team with the third worst record in the league win the series for the first series loss at home for the Bees this year. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left on base. The final score, Colorado Springs 4 and the Bees 2 on ESPN 1230.
Is over, and the fans are headed home. Stay tuned. The 10th Inning Show is coming up next. You've been listening to Salt Lake Bees Baseball on your home for the Salt Lake Bees. ESPN 1230 AM.
Zions Bank has absolutely free checking. This means it's absolutely free of hidden fees. Our absolutely free checking comes with absolutely free unlimited check writing and absolutely free online banking and bill pay. All this along with a Visa credit card, an absolutely free Visa debit card, and enrollment in Zions Cash Rewards. We appreciate you, so we want to absolutely free you from hassle with all our absolutely free branches and ATMs available throughout both Utah and Idaho. After all, when all is said and done, the best things in life are, well, family, love, and sharing. Because although our absolutely free checking is absolutely fantastic, hopefully it's not absolutely the best thing in your life.
Hi, I'm Tom Green, branch manager at the Zions Bank Freeway office. Right now, when you open a free checking account, we'll give you an absolutely free box of checks.
Zions Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply. See branch for details. Credit approval required to obtain Visa credit card.
Cache Valley Electric is a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Bees. Cache Valley Electric has provided clients with the best in electrical construction since 1915. A premier electrical contractor with the ability to provide heavy industrial, commercial, teledata, cell tower, technology services, service and signal, and utility construction. A proud member of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, National Electrical Contractors Association. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915.
Dreaming of owning your own home? Cypress Credit Union would like to make your dream a reality with fantastic rates on low-fee construction and mortgage loans. Visit cypresscu.com or speak to a mortgage specialist at 260-7600. We'll help you determine your home buying power and the loan that best fits your needs. Mention this ad and we'll waive the $175 processing fee when you get your mortgage.
Cypress Credit Union. Your future is our future.
Equal housing lender.
Welcome to the 10th Inning Show, a complete recap of today's game, as well as a look at other games around the major leagues and the Pacific Coast League. Once again, let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where the Bees fall to the Sky Sox tonight by a final score of 4-2. They had multiple opportunities to break the game open, but could not convert as they leave 10 runners on base and also hit it at 2 double plays and also have a runner picked off between second and third with runners at first and second and nobody out. Final totals of the ball game for Colorado Springs: 4 runs on 12 hits, no errors, and they left 11 runners on base. For the Bees, 2 runs on 14 hits, 1 error, and they left 10 runners on base. The winning pitcher, Mike Esposito, now 5-6. The loser, Matt Hensley, 1-1. Nate Field picks up the save, his 15th of the year. Time of the game, 2 hours, 53 minutes, 7,094. The paid attendance as the Bees, for the 4th time, try to go to 17 games above 500 and are unable to do so as they drop to 51-36, while the Sky Sox are 37-51. The Bees now lead the season series by only a 4-3 margin. And again, now only have a 2-game lead over Tacoma in the Pacific North Division heading into the final 3 days of the season that leads into the All-Star break. So the Bees drop 2 out of 3. Again, for the Bees, only their 4th series loss all season and their first at home. And so a tough one for the Bees. Again, they had first and second, 1 out in the second and did not score. Second and third, 2 out in the third, couldn't cash in. First and second, nobody out in the fourth. They get a 2-out double from Elwood in the fifth. They get 2-out singles by Myers in the sixth, Kendrick in the seventh. First and second and one out of the 8th, but Myers and Blakely both struck out, and the Bees fall tonight by a score of 4-2. But what might be one of the biggest plays in this game, a big play in the deciding of the outcome of this one, came in the first inning. The Bees had already gotten a single by Willits and a home run by Pride, and that brought Howie Kendrick to the plate for our Mountains West Ranches defensive play of the game. The 1-0 pitch swung on. That's in the air to center field. Barker going back, still going back. It's up there, it's out there, and it is going to be caught at the wall. A leaping catch by Barker, and he's still down on the warning track in center field. What an effort by Sean Barker, going full tilt into the wall in right center field. And somehow he's able to hang on to the baseball. And that's our Mountains West Ranches defensive play of the game between Moon Lake, Starvation, and Strawberry Reservoirs. Mountains West Ranches Recreational Properties offers great parcels of land at reasonable pricing. Mountains West Ranches, where the air is clean, the skies are blue, the water is clear, and the magnificent views are waiting for you. Call 1-877-894-5658 or check out www.mwranches.com. Back with the Abra scoreboard next on ESPN 1230.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can you take your order?
Come on, what do you want? Well, I don't know what I want for breakfast because I can't think before I have breakfast. But how do I decide what I want for breakfast if I can't think until I get breakfast? You'll have a number 1 with a large coffee.
Snap out of it with the delicious bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle sandwich from McDonald's. And if you need more help in the morning, visit McMornings.com.
Like you read my mind. It's a pretty short book.
At participating McDonald's.
Med1 Medical. Med1 Medical.
Are you using the same smelly mask and tubing that you got when you started? Masks and tubing should be replaced regularly. You won't believe how much nicer it is to breathe in a new mask. It's healthier, too. Call Med1 today at 800-248-5882. With a new mask, you'll have fewer colds and sore throats. Do you snore when you're wearing your CPAP? If your CPAP is working as it should, you should never snore when you have the CPAP machine on. An old, worn-out mask causes leaks and will not allow your CPAP machine to operate at the correct pressure. Schedule an appointment to visit our sleep laboratory and bring your CPAP machine, and we'll do a free pressure check and give you a free CPAP tube. Sign up for our Sleep Smart Gold maintenance program, and your first mask is free. Call 800-248-5882.
Med1 Medical. Med1 Medical. Fajita! Introducing Papa John's new Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza with onions and peppers, a new Southwestern pizza sauce. Choose marinated steak or grilled chicken for only $11.99. A large Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza, just $11.99. Call now or order online at papajohns.com. Play 100 Sizzlin' Days of Summer at papajohns.com for a chance to win a Chrysler Crossfire. See store or website for details. Limited delivery area charges may apply.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where the Bees fall to Colorado Springs by a score of 4-2. Here are the updated scores now on your Abra scoreboard. In the Pacific Coast League again this afternoon in Des Moines, Iowa defeated New Orleans by a score of 2-1. The Zephyrs got a run in the 7th. Iowa then came back with 2 in the bottom of the inning. Tacoma at Tucson, postponed due to wet grounds. They'll have to play a pair of doubleheaders in the 5-day stretch that the two teams meet again in Tucson, so that'll be a 7-game series in late August. At Round Rock, the Express defeated Albuquerque 7-2. At Oklahoma, Omaha shut out the Redhawks 4-0. At Memphis, Nashville topped the Redbirds by a score of 5-3. Elsewhere in Portland, Las Vegas leads the Beavers 2-0 in the 7th. And in the 7th inning at Fresno, Sacramento's out in front of the Grizzlies 2-0. In the major leagues, in the bottom of the 7th at Oakland, the Angels and the A's are tied at 5. The Angels had the bases loaded with the game tied at 5. Nobody out, but Mike Napoli struck out, and Juan Rivera grounded into the inning-ending double play. At Cleveland, the Yankees pound the Tribe by a score of 10-4. Randy Johnson goes to 10-7. Jason Giambi with his 26th home run. David Ortiz hits his 28th and 29th home runs. The second one in the 9th, the grand slam, as the Red Sox score 6 to beat Tampa Bay 12-5. But not to be outdone in Chicago, Jim Thome hit both his 28th and 29th, one of which was a grand slam, as the White Sox beat the Orioles by a score of 11-8. Jermaine Dye, and the newest All-Star, former Buzzman A.J. Pierzynski, picks up his 6th home run of the year, giving the former Salt Lake Buzz and Stingers 5 representatives in the Major League All-Star game. Kansas City over Toronto 6-2. Mark Redmond wins his 6th in a row, trying to silence the critics. He's now won, again, 6 in a row after dropping his first 4 with the Royals. In the National League, the Giants lead the Dodgers 5-3 in the 7th at Los Angeles. In 11 innings, Washington edges Florida by a score of 8-7. Ryan Zimmerman, the game-winning RBI single in the bottom of the 11th. The Padres top the Phillies by a score of 5-3. At New York, the Mets pound Pittsburgh 7-5. At Atlanta in the 10 innings, the Braves beat the Reds 8-7 after Cincinnati had scored 5 in the 9th to tie it. Former Buzzman Javier Valentin with his 2nd home run of the year for the Reds. At Houston, the Astros beat St. Louis by a score of 4-2. And in Milwaukee, Chris Capuano with a 6-hitter as the Brewers blanked the Cubs 2-0, beating Greg Maddux, who drops to 7-9. That's your Abra scoreboard. Back with a couple of the highlights from tonight's game right after this on ESPN 1230.
My fellow pirates, it's time. What are you talking about? He's always making these big promises. McDonald's makes it easy for you to find fortune. Just check out Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Man's just now in theaters. Then get a Big Mac sandwich, peel the tab, find the code, and you could win great riches, like a new Volvo. It's easy to win. Unlock it.
No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of the U.S., Puerto Rico, and Canada. 13 or older. Game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30-106. A while distribution supplies last. Car game ends 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30-106. See official rules inside participating McDonald's or at playitmcd.com for complete details. Void prohibited.
Come sit by Grandpa. I want to show you some old pictures.
Pictures?
Of your mommy when she was a little girl.
She was a little girl?
Sure was. See, that's her.
Who's that, my mommy?
Ooh, that's me.
You used to have hair on your head?
Yes, I did.
What happened to it?
Lost it.
Lost it?
Mm-hmm.
How come your hair was longer than Grandma's hair?
Well, sweetie, back then, having long hair was a personal expression.
What happened to your beard?
My beard? Lost that, too.
Oh.
There are moments that make life meaningful.
You've all sorts of stuff, Grandpa.
No kidding.
At Select Health, we want to help you enjoy each one. With our health and wellness programs, we're striving to help you stay fit and healthy through every stage of life and be right there with you as life unfolds.
Look, Grandpa, you used to be skinny.
Yeah, I think that's enough pictures for today.
And you wore funny pants.
Oh, this is a great idea.
To learn how we're working to make healthcare simpler for you, visit selecthealth.org. Select Health. Simply there.
Whether you need a new refrigerator or you want to redecorate the family room, you'll find exactly what you need at R.C. Willey. Of course, you know that R.C. Willey has the area's largest selection of furniture, major appliances, flooring, and electronics. But you may not know that R.C. Willey also has everything you need to relax or entertain outdoors. Choose from a large variety of patio sets, lawn mowers, and barbecue grills. This season, R.C. Willey has everything you need for your home and patio. R.C. Willey, one place, so many possibilities.
Well, tonight the Sky Sox got a run in the first inning to take a 1-0 lead. Third game in a row they scored to take the lead in the top of the first. This time Josh Wilson walked, stole second, moved to third after a double play, and Rylan Sheely's base hit to left made it 1-0 Sky Sox. But the Bees came back in the bottom of the first. Reggie Willits with a single to right, and that brought Curtis Pride to the plate. Now Esposito, the 1-0. Pride swings, and it's a high fly ball. Left center field. Barker going back. Still going back. It's up there, and it is gone. A two-run home run for Curtis Pride over the barrier in left center. And the Bees take a 2-1 lead. They held that 2-1 lead until Carlos Rivera led off the fourth against Joe Saunders and parked one onto the berm and right to tie it at 2-2. It was a situation where Joe allowed the leadoff man to get on the first 5 innings, but only twice did they score. But in the 7th, the 2-2 tie was broken. Matt Hensley on the mound, and ironically it came after the first 2 batters were retired. Jeff Baker doubled, Ryan Sheely walked, and then Rivera again with a base hit to center field brought home Baker to make it a 3-2 game. The Sky Sox added an insurance run in the 8th inning with 2 men on and 2 out, and Ryan Spilborghs at the plate. The 1-2. Chop to the right side. Kendrick Farr to his left. Can't get to it. It's into right field. A base hit. In to score is Whiteman. On to third goes Nix on the seeing eye ground ball by Spilborgs, and it's now a 4-2 Colorado Springs lead. And they go on to win it 4-2. Again, the first time that the Bees have lost a series at home this year, and they dropped it to the team that's got the third worst record in the PCL. The Sacramento River Cats come to town tomorrow for the start of a 3-game series. We'll preview it after this final timeout on ESPN 1230.
Attention motorcycle and ATV riders dreaming of a new Yamaha motorcycle or ATV? Well, stop dreaming and start heading to Plaza Cycle for the huge Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event. Because right now, you can get payments as low as $89 a month for 24 months with zero down on a huge selection of new Yamaha motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. You heard right. Payments as low as $89 a month plus zero down for 2 full years on a new Yamaha. So visit Plaza Cycle today for the huge Get Out and Ride sales event. Because an offer this good won't last. Plaza Cycle at 1379 West, 3300 South in the heart of Salt Lake Valley. Plaza Cycle, walk in, ride out. On the Yamaha card, subject to credit approval through 8/31/06 on select new Yamaha motorcycles, excluding FJR models, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. As low as $89 monthly payment for 24 months at 8.9% APR for amounts financed up to $10,000 for account kept current. Thereafter, the standard rate of 12.99% or 22.99% APR applies. Default rate 24.99%. Minimum finance charge $1. See dealer for ATV age restrictions. Yamaha recommends an approved training course. Call 1-800-887-2887. Athletes can't perform on an empty stomach.
Strike one.
The Old Spaghetti Factory is the perfect place for your pre-game and post-game feasts, team parties, and more. Fill up our delicious homemade mouth-watering dishes. No one speaks the international language of yum like the Old Spaghetti Factory. Serving the best memories in town. It's the perfect place for any occasion. And now, featuring the amazing adventures of Wally the Trolley for our guests 10 and younger. Catch a ride with Wally and his trolley trio as they explore the world. Sign up for our kids club at www.osf.com. It's safe, simple, fun, and on your next birthday, lunch is on us. Conveniently located to serve you at Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem. Good food, good fun, and deliciously complete meals. The Old Spaghetti Factory is where to wind up. The Old Spaghetti Factory in Trolley Square, Taylorsville, and Orem.
Well, the Bees fall 4-2 to Colorado Springs tonight, and so the Sky Sox leave town. They head to Fresno for a series. The Bees, on the other hand, open up a series against the Sacramento River Cats tomorrow. It'll be left-hander Nathan Bland getting the start at 3-2 against Victor Moreno for Sacramento, who's also 3-2 on the year. Again, the first 1,500 fans will receive a Bees baseball cap, and don't forget on Saturday night, the first 2,000 receive a Bees beach blanket courtesy of K-Jazz. That'll do it for tonight. Once again, in 2 hours, 53 minutes, and in front of 7,094, the final score. The Colorado Springs Sky Sox 4, the Salt Lake Bees 2. I'm Steve Plowke saying good night and so long from the ballpark.
This has been the 10-10 Show. Make sure to be with us next time for Salt Lake Bees baseball on your home for the Salt Lake Bees. ESPN 1230 AM. The boys of summer play here.
Drives it to right field. Kerkhoff hits it out.
On ESPN Radio 1230 AM. KJQS Murray, Salt Lake City.